I just want to see how y'all actually feel about it. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait for y'all to tell me. Okay. Here we go. This should work. Can y'all see the clip?
Yes.
The
Okay.
real issue that men have with child support. You chasing him, begging him, and he's upset because he has to pay. The real issue is not the child supports per se. It's the idea that they have to keep paying money to a woman that they no longer are having sex with. Because men instinctively know that they have to pay for sex one way or another one. And for them to have to keep giving money to someone that they no longer have sexual access to burns them alive. That's why they're always talking about she's going to do this with the money, she's going to do that with the money. They don't want to keep paying for pussy they ain't getting no more.
I don't know what you're talking about. Men get, some from women and don't pay a dime. No, what it is that when these men are sending child support and they're not using it on the children, that's when they get upset. They ain't got nothing to do with laying down with these females. That's too easy.
Hey, ladies, do you want to know the real
Okay,
issue that men?
so how y'all feel about that?
I agree and I disagree with her, because what the guy said was right. Like it's about the kid. It's not about that. But there are a subset of men that do see it as that transactional piece in which they are now having to pay and they get no goodies in return. There's got to be some kind of exchange of energy for a lot of gentlemen. Yet a vast majority of men recognize they carried, they played part in the child and they're going to pay the child support. But we only focus on the stories where they're evading and, the person's getting $17 a week. That's all we ever hear about. We don't hear about the men that are actually standing up. Not even that. The men that don't require being taken to court, who are just there in their children's lives. There are a lot more of those men out there than the ones that we talk about on these panels, but we don't ever celebrate them.
Yeah, but that's not true because we do try to talk about positive shit, and then the first thing y'all say is something negative. When it does come to the positive side, when it does come to where people are trying to do things and do things the right way, blah 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 blah. Well, that's him. That's an outlier. Everybody ain't like that. Da, 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 da. There's all this negativity that comes behind it when we do try to talk about it on a positive level. Why are we worried about the folks? Like I said, if there wasn't a problem, then I wouldn't even be worried about black men going to jail for something that could be remedied. Yet and still, we want to put the blame on them. We want to say it's them. They don't want nothing. It's stuff out here. It's always stuff out here, but nobody can say where that stuff is, and no one knows what the requirements are to get that information. I don't see this out here, and I'm strictly talking to the panel. I don't see men talking about supporting other men when it comes to child support. I don't see other men educating other men about child support. I'm talking about in these panels, not what you do offline. Nobody can see that. I'm not saying it don't count, but we talk to each other out here. We sharing the same audiences, and there's a necessary for all of what we say: the good, the bad, the ugly, the indifferent. However, the biggest issue that ties into all of this is absentee fathers and mothers. People on drugs may be involved. You've got these things are involved, and we're always so worried about, oh, well, the majority does this and the minority does that. We don't have no facts on that. We don't know that. Just we are speaking from our experiences in our world. And if you are a person that goes out and learns or talks to different people, blah blah blah, the truth is there is a solution, and nobody wants to fix it because we want to worry about what they may or may not do. Like that, I don't understand that when we can clearly see what the issue is.
There is an unrealistic piece to this that nobody really talks about. Okay, let's take away the deadbeats. Let's take away the evaders. Let's take all those people away. Minimum wage today is not a livable wage. And so a woman will go in and expect a man to at least give half of what he's earning. So you take half of a non-livable wage and expect that man to still survive, it's asinine. And in reverse for a woman. I'm not taking sides here. We don't live in a society where simplistic mindsets are gonna work. We have to be able, and I'm not saying that in an insultive way to the panel, it's just we have to be real with it and recognize that greed plays a bigger part to the conflicts that we see than anything else. If we can't respect the person that we once laid with because we no longer get along, the problem is us. It's not the system. It's not anything else, because we rake a lot of these men over the coals and then hold them accountable for not being able to stand straight up because we put so much weight on them. It's ridiculous.
We didn't create the system, Goddess. I'm not gonna sit here and take the blame for something that's been in place longer than I've been alive. And I don't see no fight. If we so concerned about these things, I don't see no fight. Where the fight at? Where the hubbub at? No, you too busy wanting to talk about how these women are just so horrible. Okay, fine, I'll give it to you. But that still doesn't change the amount of men who are on child support, who are sitting in prison, or hiding out, or not living their life because they trying to stay away from the court. That's who we talking about. How do we fix that? Because that is more of a higher number than the men we talking about. And we always say that. Why aren't men celebrating men who pay? Why aren't men putting up men who do the right thing? Show it. Talk about it. Is it my responsibility as a woman? I'm supposed to call out the other women, right? So if I'm trying to come up with a solution so that you don't even have to know or deal with that part of it, and I'm not just saying just me. I know there's plenty of people out here that done come up with solutions to assist in changing this. And it should be changed. It should be. It's not right. It doesn't benefit anybody. And then again, here we go, pointing fingers at people. When are we just going to take the L and go, hey, how do we fucking fix it? Where would you want to start it at? Like, those are conversations that I enjoy. Like, that's where we need to start going. Instead of pointing fingers at motherfuckers. Like, you don't know. We're not in everybody's house. We don't know. We don't know what women do, men do. Because what people say in them sheets is not the shit that they say outside.
Absolutely.
So I'm not going pointing fingers at the morale people. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey guys, let me jump in 1 minute, right? Because I want to make sure that I'm getting everybody's point of views. We on a couple of different streams, guys, a couple of different platforms. I'm gonna get to Facebook in a minute, but I just want to shout out Midnight _Mocha 10. She's always in every episode. I appreciate you, Queen. And she's agreeing. She's agreeing with what Goddess says. She's also seems to be agreeing with what Chocolate Earth said. We have Joseph. Hey, Joseph Sturgis. I hope I said that right. That's a king. That's everybody over on Instagram. Joseph said, hi, Goddess. You know, Joseph.
Hi, Joseph.
Y'all let us know what y'all think in these comments, and we definitely gonna get it on. Also, Sapphire, I Desire, thank you for watching as long as you have been watching, Queen. I appreciate it. Y'all let me know y'all how y'all feel, and we'll definitely highlight it over here. If y'all got any questions, we'll also talk about it. Definitely. Now the Queens is going, right? So I want to see Trey. Trey brought up something really good, right? And I like this because this is a solution. And I have heard this before. I'll just read it out for you guys. It says a man should go through the courts himself to ensure the money is tracked as given and not gifts on the side, and to ensure paternity in case the mother is unfit. Now, talk about that, King. Like, how did you come to that? Have you ever been through anything where you had to do this? Does it work? How does this work out? Because I think it's a good idea.
How everybody doing today?
Yes. Hey, Trafer. Before
we were good till you got here, Unc. What the frick?
Trey, tell them where they can find you at. I says where they can follow your channel.
You can just find me at Trey Ferg, the player coach. Sometimes I'm the player, sometimes I'm the coach. Just depends on the time.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you for your service.
I'll say this. I'll put these things in the chat because, for 17 years, I worked within the foster care system in Illinois. and I'm a father too, so and I've experienced that same thing. And what I learned early, just I guess just being who I was, growing up with a father, and I put the chats into 2 different age brackets where you saw the chats, and Chocolate said, put the chats for the older guys. Okay, so as a guy get close to 40, he's less than 15% likely going to have a child at over age 40. So that should cover that. But as far as like the child support is concerned, I say
No, that does not cover. Just want to let you know.
I'll say this because of this. When you're young, okay, for the most part, we know that most of our children are born out of wedlock. So within that, more than likely, there's just a lot of fucking and no relationships in that. Small number of relationships. There are some, but it's a small number. And for the most part, it may have been expressed, and this is where the guys sort of put themselves in a predicament that if you know you don't want to have a child, and I know the hoo-ha be good at some time, you're rolling over in it, you still got to be disciplined enough to protect yourself. You still have to be doing that because we've seen several cases, especially been coming out over the last 4 or 5 years, where men are raising children, 3 or 4, 2 or 3, come and find out none of them are his. So, and that number is comparable to, men just having children. However, when a man has a child, say the child, the woman's going to have a child, but y'all wasn't in a relationship or you're not together, however it is. At that time, your income is what it is. You ain't getting a raise, you ain't getting a better job, and I'm gonna just speak for 21 and over. You starting out a job, $16, $17 an hour. It may seem like a difficult situation at first because in some states, depending on it, and it's most of these old slave states, that they can get up to 51% of your income after taxes. After taxes, they tax you, then they come in with the child support after taxes. And in some states, you can get up to 51% if it's one, if you have one case, and then if you have 2 or 3 cases, then the numbers sort of go down to, but each case is going to get at least 20%. So if you got 3 cases, 20 times 3 is 60% of your income after taxes. Now, it may seem difficult at first. However, the child is one. This is best, and this is where I think brothers sort of hurt themselves in the system. The child is here. She say, okay, I'm gonna take you to child support. You go to court. Guess what? At that moment is probably the lowest, because what they do also, and I found this out years ago, when a child is born and there's no insurance, they charge for the birth of the child. It used to be 6,000 to 8,000. I'm sure it's about 10,000 now. So when you go into court 6, 8 months later, you already owe $10,000 arrears because they're going to put that on the father. They're going to put that on the father because if the mother, let's just say she's on Section 8 or she's not really working, they're going to sort of balance out that income to be 100% because they're looking at what she's paying out. Of course, a place to stay, maybe it's 800, 900. They're looking at all that and they calculating that. So they're saying, okay, we need 40%. So they're going to look at the man. Okay, you're going to provide the 40%, whether you can afford it or not. But they also look at your income. So if you're making $30,000 a year, it's okay. Let them start child support on $30,000 a year. What we can't do as men is start running your fucking mouth when you start getting those raises and you start fucking getting a new job making 50, 60. Shut the hell up. Keep the child support coming at the 30,000, because when you start showing off, guess what? She go back, they start looking at your new job. Now you make 60, now it doubles. But here's the catch though. Let's just say you're 21, 22. Pay that shit, because they only got 18 years of that shit. And when you go into court at an early age of your child, guess what you can do? Judge, I would like to have joint custody. They can't deny you that. But if you get to a certain amount in arrears, you don't have that option. But if you say, hey, I don't know if his child is mine, well, sir, we need to establish paternity. Do that, because it's not just in case the mother unfit. She just, if something may happen. Now you're fighting the uphill battle, say that's my son, but get the paternity, let them take the money out, $200 a month, $250 a month or whatever, at 30,000, And then when you start getting new jobs, you don't go running your mouth and telling everybody you're making $70,000 a year, because now they're going to go back and reevaluate and raise it. But if you pay
But they do it.
18 years,
I'm sorry, Trey. Don't they do it automatically though with your social security number? They're gonna know whether he says anything or not.
no.
It is state to state.
But
Yes, sir. It's state to state.
But once the order is given, the order has to be changed by yourself, the man, or the woman. Say, hey,
Right. You still gotta go back in, right?
But yeah, she has to go back in, or he can take himself. What I'm saying is this: once you go to court, child support is established, $250 a month for your one child. Cool, pay that shit. You'll probably trick that off buying bullshit anyway. Pay that shit. Start budgeting, setting your little money to the side, and as your income go up, the order still stands. Now, it'd be stupid 5 years, 10 years, now you're making double the amount you was making. Yeah, I got me a better job, Now y'all arguing back and forth, and now she takes you back to court. Now the court got your new job income, so they're going to increase it. You just have to be smart about it. But when you go in court the first time, that's when you ask for joint custody, because what joint custody allows you to do is now she can't just move your child out of state without seeing it. She has to allow you to see the child. You get to file the child on your taxes every other year. And
that doesn't always work.
But you got to have the leverage. You can't wait till the child is 5 and 6. You got to do it.
I would just like to say that I was, in my divorce, I was the one who was going to have to pay child support.
But divorces are different. Divorces are different.
Hold on, Speedy Gonzalez.
Okay.
I was going to have to pay child support. I kept the house. I kept all the debt. I kept everything, and they were still going to have me pay him. He waived it, yet it was because he was unemployed. So there are ways that things can be manipulated into where it's not a fair situation. So you have to be guarded in each situation. It's the only reason I lend that story to this, to this conversation, because I also experienced a man who spent every single last dime he could on his daughter before he passed away to ensure that he properly take care of her. So there are good men on this planet, and we need to celebrate them too. We don't talk about those stories. Child support is typically when
I didn't say it wasn't no good man, did I?
The child support situation usually happens when the adults no longer know how to communicate. If there is proper means, it never has to involve the courts.
Okay, so
but that's not. But what if you have you? But what about the welfare department that encourages it? What about when you go to Planned Parenthood? They encourage it. I mean, like, come on, y'all. Are we really? Come on, let's change it. Let's do something different. Can we not do this? This is a situation that can be remedied with education, with assistance. It's like how is it that we want everybody to know everything, but we have been taught things that's to better our lives. We have been given opportunities to better our lives. These people don't deserve that. That is not available. That's all I'm just saying. Like, it ain't about the kids. It's about that money, and the state is involved too. So it's like
teaching better communication. Teaching better communication and accountability, you don't feel is a solution. And so I'm not trying to discredit anything.
That's education.
It doesn't discredit anything that's being stated. However, it is a different perception. It is a different opportunity to teach people that there are other ways that just because y'all can't fuck anymore, it doesn't mean that you need to jump over to the courts, because a lot of times that's malicious intent.
Can I just finish?
But it's more to it, though. God is like, you're making it sound as if. I apologize. Y'all got it. Go ahead.
No, it's all right. It's all right, Chocolate.
Let me just add this, because when you're married, that's a different situation, because now you got to go divide damn near everything. And if somebody say they don't want it, that's different. But for the most part, when people divorce, there's things to divide because you now become union. But in our cases, for the most part, 80% of our children are born outside of marriage. So most of the children are not even born within relationships. It might be a relationship while we screwing, but once something happens where someone gets pregnant, more than likely it's bound to end. So I'm saying for men, while your child is young, it benefits you to suck it up now, get it on documentation, because when you're coming over with your extra lunches and your fur coats and your Jordans and shit, all that shit is gifts. That shit don't count for nothing. So when
Real
you
talk.
talking about I gave her $2,000 on my taxes, they could be like, so thank you for the gift, sir. So you still owe $2,000. So why put yourself in that situation? And that's all I'm saying is this is my last thing. Listen, it benefits the man. We made the child. I got the DNA. The child is mine. I can't dispute that. So what I want to do is protect myself on the back end. When I come into my age of maturity, my child is 17, 18. I've been there. She let him come over my house. We hanging out. He looks like me. He's 6 foot. He's going to do something. I'm a part of that. He's not bitter at me. You can't focus on the mother once you're not with her. You can't focus on her. Regardless of, I used to listen. I'm not going to talk bad about your mother. She may talk bad about me when they old enough, not when they 8, 9, when they 14, 15, you don't have to focus on her. You just be the best man you can be and let the child know you're going to be there. And the money, guess what? Guess who's letting the kid know about the child support? Somebody who's bitter, whether it's the man or the woman. Forget the money. Give the child the time.
Why is everything so negative, Trey?
I'm not.
I'm sorry. Damn. Like, it ain't never worked out. It said 76% of fathers, that's everybody, are on at least child support. 76% of the U.S. men are on child. 76%. Then,
because a white man is coming there making.
But I am too. But it doesn't matter. We make the white man rich. He's involved, so we can't pretend like the jobs and.
Come on now, why do they even go to child
support? Why did what? Why did what now?
Most of that, listen, why do the women go to child support? Most of that money is paid.
But I just said it is encouraged. You're not even talking about, when you talk about young people, you're not talking about the young girls who are on there, so they just raggedy too, huh? And then you're not talking about the kids who are disabled or things like that, and he don't want to pay shit or whatever it may be. But damn, just like we know, there's a good side to it. We always want to make it seem like we out to get each other instead of it being, yes, because you like scheming and you got to stand right. What's reality that we can't communicate with each other and educate each other? Why are we acting like that's so hard to do?
That's why I say, in order for everybody's life to change for the greater,
everybody's life ain't gonna change. We just talking about segments of our community. Yes, I can. I said it.
Everybody's life ain't gonna change. How you gonna make that decision for people?
Oh, but you just said. Now you calling me out for distinction when you just sat up there and said that you didn't say some, you didn't say a segment, you didn't say any of that. You make it sound like as if we trying to, as women, gain men through the child support system. I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but there's only 15% in the United States of men who do not pay child support. 15%. That's all. It's 15% of men who are not paying child support. That's it. So 76% of the men.
That's it. Because
I got a clip for y'all. Thank y'all for caring up too. I appreciate it. I got a clip for y'all. I just want to welcome the queens. We have Corset, the Queen Corset, and we also have Miss Oshun. So I just want to welcome them into the chat also. Hey, Ruby.
Hey.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Evo, can I ask a real quick question?
Sure.
Brother Trey,
yes, sir.
Offline, we can talk about what your MOS is because I'm kind of interested in that. But what I'm going to ask you is this. What happens if she realizes you make more money and she petitions the court? Will that not change the amount once she realizes that you have? Because most people are going to know that eventually you're going to get a raise if you keep it the same job.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Once she does that, that's why I say stop running your mouth. We run our mouth too soon. And then once you go to court, the courts are going to evaluate the case again based off your new income. So it will increase. But my thing is, only thing I'm saying is this: if it happens, don't complain about it. Just pay that shit.
I agree.
Pay that shit. Petition the court to say, I want my son on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I want him all summer. I want to be able to do this, da 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 da.
Absolutely.
And when he comes to your house, you buy him new shit, and you put that same shit you bought him over your house to take back, because it's not going to be valued the same as what it would be over daddy's house. That's whether you got a girl or a boy. Is you gonna make sure the clothes are washed and nice and neat. When they come back, it's gonna be hung up and all that shit. More than likely, if it's a bad ending and it's a bad relationship, then the child is just not going to be valued as much. And when you have opportunity to be in your child's life, that's more precious than the dollar, because you ain't gonna focus on the dollar. Your child is going to bring money to you by them being productive, by them going to school, fucking making the best grades they can, being active, not being overweight, not sitting around always doom and gloom. The child has to have an opportunity too, despite what the other person feel about you. Because I don't give a damn how you feel about me if I'm not with you. Keep it moving.
I'm so glad that y'all
True.
on the screen. This looks so much better. You gotta say, I see all the beautiful queens and kings. Y'all need to be seen, because this is serious. Grover,
I'm
why
sorry.
are you over
What
there,
what
Grover? Come
money?
over here,
So,
Grover.
What
so
money
okay.
am
So
I making off my kids?
Hey,
if
Sorry, go ahead, Lola. Sorry,
Hi,
go ahead,
Lola.
Lola. Hi, Lola.
Dad, I'm gonna bring up a clip. I got you.
okay,
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you
Yes.
good.
yep, much better.
Okay, so when I went out, you had played the first clip of the guy with the microphone asking the lady about Department of Social Services and why men, specifically gender identified men, cannot get social services. Now, the reason why I slow that sentence down is because I really need people to listen to themselves, okay? Most people on social services are white men. Let me say it again. White men make up most of the people on social services. I beg of you to sit and say one more time, why can't men get social services? I'm gonna need you to go Google, ask a friend, call Department of Social Services, something, but stop saying that dumb stuff right there, okay? Like, that's extremely dumb. I'm not trying to be cocky, that's just dumb. All right. Now, secondly, when we talk about services being given to men, if you are the non-custodial parent, meaning the child does not live with you half of the time or more, right? You are recompensating for that circumstance. Okay. So when you have to recompensate, what happens is, if you cannot pay what you're supposed to pay, every state has a system in place to ensure that you stay in compliance, even though you have money that you owe, meaning they will not take your license. They will not take your business license. They will not seize your assets. They will not call you into court. None of that. You know why? Because you're in compliance, even though you don't have a job. So, I don't know who said it, that, well, when men are in compliance, they go to jail. No, that's not how that works. I'm going to need you to call the state and ask a question again. Now, here's how you really go to jail. Department of Social Services has to send out a certain number of letters to you to let you know, hey, we need to talk to you. If they find out that you're not responsive, they do a slight investigation to ensure that you get in the letters, but you purposely ignoring them. The reason they do that is because they have to go to the judge and prove that you are avoiding your responsibility. Once the judge sees that, the judge issues a court order for you to show up in court, meaning you get a summons. If you do not respond to the court summons, this is why your license automatically gets suspended by the state and you have a bench warrant or a body attachment waiting on you. It is not because you owe child support. It's because you're a loser ass fucker. That's why you went to jail. Okay? Seriously. So I want people to understand, if you want to talk about child support and what it means in the community, right? If it's working, if it's not working, we can talk about that. But let's talk about it from the standpoint of what it truly is. Department of Child Support is not the devil. Okay, you do not have to be on child support, but that would involve you being responsible with your genitals. If you do not want to be responsible with your genitals, this is the circumstance. We all knew Department of Child Support was a thing before we had babies. So let's stop acting like we didn't know and somebody is doing something to us because now we have to pay child support. As I told the ladies before, 30% of all child support isn't even paid to parents. Okay, that leaves 70%. 40% of the 70% are women paying child support to men. Okay, it's not the same anymore. So again, we can talk about it, but let's talk about it on some even terms right now, because like, given that I used to work for them and I used to be the person dipping in the bank accounts when people, want to ignore my letters, I can tell you right now, there's a lot of men that prefer to be on child support than to give a chick $2,000 in her hand cash. And there's no paper trail, and now he's still owed the $2,000, as Trey Ferg said. It's not about the fact that they don't believe you, but how are they going to prove that in a court of law? Stop thinking like a child. Grow up. And I'll leave it there.
You mind if I can I share?
Jump on in, Cosette.
I get on these panels where there's a bunch of men complaining about child support. And one thing I like to remind people is, if you have joint custody, you don't have to pay. A lot of the times, if you're taking your child half the time, you don't have to pay. And these panels get real quiet at the thought of having to raise their own children.
That part.
Real quiet. Like you don't have to pay no money if you take care of your baby. That's it.
I worked at the Cook County Jail for 10 years, and I was in a locker room full of ungrateful niggas with beautiful children who didn't give a fuck about paying or going to see the kid. If it was me, I would give a shit if you spent the money on nails or hair, whatever, because I honestly feel like the happier you are, the happier my kid could be, right? So for me, I just see the sacrifices not being that much. I'm not there every day. If I'm not there every day, I don't know what she got to pay for when this little boy gets sick or little girl gets sick. I don't know what other shit she's paying just to keep the kid happy. So if you get a new hairdo and that make you happy, I really don't care what you do with the money, because I know it's way more expensive than whatever I'm paying you to keep this kid alive.
You know what? I'm glad y'all said that. I was sent this video, right? I haven't watched it yet. Hopefully it's not a train wreck, but somebody, I had a question earlier. Somebody had wanted me to see this video. They actually told me where it was. I sent it to myself so y'all can see it. Hopefully. Hopefully it ain't nothing crazy. Now, it is called How to Finesse the Child Support System. I don't know if I should be playing this or not. Should I be playing this? Because I don't know.
Yes, I have to
play that. It's wrong beat.
Someone's mic is killing it.
Lord Jesus. I'll put the disclaimer up. I'm going to play it. Let's see. Okay. So I just want to make sure y'all can. Okay. So it was already.
Judge, you need my check?
Okay. So let's see. I'll run it. Wow.
Baby, I got more kids too. I'm on child support. So, you going to get what you can too out of it.
The shorts, you just.
Do you want to go that route, baby girl?
You can't start them over.
Or you want to keep getting these racks? I got 6 kids.
Okay, 6 kids, 4 different baby mamas.
Yeah.
How'd you get away with only paying $900?
Drop some free game on y'all. If you are in business, it's better to have an asset lawyer and get asset protection. Also, you want to get an S corporation, not just the LLC, but a corporation, because the corporation separates you from your personal self. So if you get paid from your corporation, what that mean? You pay yourself. So let's say if a girl tell me that she gonna get all this money from me, and I say, you know what? I just want to make $500 a week. Judge, you need my check stubs? Right? How much is that a month? $2,000? Baby, I got more kids too. I'm on child support. So, you gonna get what you can too out of it. Do you want to go that route, baby girl? Or you want to keep getting these racks? I got 6 kids.
Okay, so
6 kids.
I don't know. What do y'all make of that?
Pause.
So
Pause
hold
that.
on.
Pause that. Pause that.
I just have to say this. I'm sorry. All of you guys, what happened to integrity? None of you guys are ever fucking talking about integrity. We can't talk about a conversation because we're always talking about some kind of financial gain. There are better ways to get what you need to take care of your child, and it's all inside of you. It's called integrity. Fucking look it up. I swear to God. It is so easy to stand in your own shit. It's your responsibility. You stuck your fucking dipstick in the oil can and out came a fucking kid. Take care of the goddamn kid. It should be that simple, right? It should be. Have some integrity, and integrity can be taught, and it is up to us to teach it. Because ultimately, it should never be that a man feels that he's going to be assaulted and unable to survive by himself because of a child he has. And a woman should never feel that she has to go without because of a child she had with a man. Ultimately, it's integrity, accountability, and own your own shit and stop looking to everybody else for some kind of salvation. You lay down, own it the fuck up, and stop being a goddamn baby. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go on.
Educating about it, like that's what I said earlier. Like educating people, having those social places where we can teach it. Why do we act like if just because a person becomes an adult, that doesn't make them socially aware? We know in the 90s that condoms or drugs, all that, we've been knowing that. But people still sleep together with no protection, and we've been knowing about it. The syphilis is on the rise, but there's always got it. Go ahead, you guys.
Can I, Chocolate? I don't mean to interrupt you or Goddess, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but in reality, right? In reality, that spew you just gave just went into the wind, literally. People are not going to be taught integrity. People are always going to, let's say, scapegoat the system. And if they'll scapegoat their own children, they definitely going to try to scapegoat the system. But I need to speak to the lie that he just told, because he's going to get a lot of people not fucking with that dumbass lie he just told. Now, you heard him say, and please play the tape back, Judge, I only made. So he just told you he's in the court system. He's not talking to Department of Child Support. Department of Child Support cannot take money that's not in your name. Meaning, if you have a business or as he said, a C Corp in that way, there are some limitations to child support. But if you are talking to a judge and that girl says, you have your own company, you pay yourself, you do this. If she knows that, right? Or if the judge figures that out, a judge has the power to say, I don't care what company you owe. I'm going to throw an arbitrary number at you and you're going to pay it every month. And if you don't, I'll throw your ass in jail. You know why a judge can do that? Because they have more power than presidents. That's why what he just said is a lie. You walk into a court and start talking like that, not knowing the power of a judge, you will go to jail for pissing him off. I have seen it done in court several times. Don't do that, sir, ma'am, whoever you are on child support. If you are in front of a judge, be very respectful. Do not think you know more than the system or you can get around it. You better be as upfront as you can. Now, if you at Department of Child Support, that means Shorty is on social services. And if you making all that money, yo, you should have custody of your child, like somebody said earlier. But if you don't, we understand what type of person you are, and that's fine. But don't ever think you teaching people how to scapegoat the system. All you doing is teaching people how to sit and go into jail and feed the jail system. That's what you're doing, fucking around, talking to a judge crazy, like they can't just look that shit up and just say some arbitrary shit and let it go at that. Come on now.
And it proves my
but
point.
that would work though. That absolutely works. I told the judge my husband had 2 jobs. I only had access to information to one. She ignored me. And I got the bare minimum from that one job.
Right.
They're not gonna look it up.
Look what she did. That's my point. She literally decided, you know what, fuck you. And then she did what she wanted to do. That's my point. A judge can do what a judge want to do. No, every time you go, I'm not saying every time you go on the court. Hold on. I'm not saying every time you go on the court, it's going to be all lovely and rosy because everybody on the up and up. What I'm saying is do not think that you can get over on a judge. If a judge feel like digging in your ass that particular day, he or she will. If a judge feel like, you know what, I don't give a fuck about what the fuck y'all saying, I'm just gonna say this and that's it, that's what will happen. But what you're saying is proving the point. If you walk into a court, not Department of Social Services, not Department of Child Support, but a court, don't play games. Just don't play games with those people.
No, I'm just saying what Homeboy said is absolutely true. He just takes those check stubs that are low for 3 months, and the judge will go by that. Doesn't matter what you say. So it's a hustle.
That's not how that works.
Because it did work in my case.
That is not how it works. If a judge knows, that's not how it works. And if he's telling you that, but you
I went through it. No, I went through it. Is what I'm saying.
No, you a judge exercising a judge's rights. You did not go through the actual policy that it has to be done through Department of Child Support to verify said income. The system is not the way it used to be back 10 years ago, let alone 30 years ago. If you come in there and say one thing and they find out you have other monies, and let me tell you something, I've done my own research to find out. I've looked inside of people's bank accounts per a judge order. I looked inside the bank accounts they had to find out where the money was coming from. And I literally had to report to a judge. They have money coming from 3 different sources based on their bank accounts. And then when they went back to court, that was a conversation. Now, I wasn't in the courtroom, but that's what I was taxed to do in my position. So I'm telling you, all I'm saying is, do not sit and listen to people on YouTube telling you, well, this is how you're going to get over on the system and you won't have to take care of your kid. Listen, you're taking a big ass risk. If you want to escape and go to Mexico, fine. But
how do you know all their bank accounts?
But see,
how do you know all their bank accounts?
There's a system with Department of Child Support. The Department of Child Support enforces the court system. If Department of Child Support runs information, they have systems to find out where your assets are at. If they are in this country or another country, they will find you and they have the right to look inside of it. That's what they do every day. When they say child support will find your ass, that's what they mean. Literally, they will find you because they got ways to look for you that other people don't. So all I'm saying is if you got to go to child support and you're at the court, not in their office, but at the court, that operates differently than Department of Child Support. Okay.
Yeah. It's a good decade to have babies.
But let me also say, let me say this because this is very important. Like, I think it's Oshi. What she's saying is true because this and it goes to say what I was saying earlier. Guys, see how he was talking too much, giving out all his secrets? That's what I'm saying. Stop running the fucking mouth.
That is not a secret. He needs to shut up. That's what he needs to do. But could I just add to this? Is that when
we can't hear you, Trey. Hold on, Trey's got a little voice. Go ahead.
The way he's living proves the point of men. This one guy has how many baby mamas?
6. Oh, 4.
4 baby mamas, right? So he's accountable for at least 10 people, the children and the mama. Really, he's not accountable for the mama, but he's tied to those 10 people. So how in the hell can he provide any type of nourishment of growth to a child when he's spread out? How is that? But that is the guy. He's already telling women, this is how I move. And for some strange reason, the guy that pick up the trash and working on your air condition, he don't get to play. But a dude like this, who's already saying I'm a scammer and a stealer, he getting all the cakes. He's pulling up with and getting all the cakes. But now we expecting him.
His pull-up game's whack too.
That's not true. There's a lot of women who find janitors, workers, people who have they got good jobs and good benefits. Can we just?
But a lot of those dudes ain't having the children. It's a smaller group of guys.
That's not true.
Okay, so why is it that statistics are not true when it comes to black men? It's like that ain't true. Oh man, guys.
What did I say? What did I? What no? No. What I'm saying that's not true, Trey.
The good looking.
No, that's not what I'm saying. No, that's not true. Ugly people have kids all the time.
He's paying for that shit.
Chocolate.
Come on, man.
And I just wanted to ask, and I'm micing down.
I was going to take back the villain title tonight, so I'm going to need you to act Aziz a little bit, okay?
I'm going to have to do what? I'm sorry. No, I didn't hear you.
Calm down a little. Take it easy on Unc. Take it easy on
Ever.
Unc, okay?
No, because I don't know Trey to put out some information that's scary. And I just don't like the assumptions that are made. They're always negative. There's never, now you went off, Goddess, about nobody talking about positive men, and everything that is coming out of this is, again, the negative part of it. That this, you keep your mouth closed. It is not the reality for everybody, though.
Not even involved in the situation.
Oh, that's not true. You can be positive or be a positive person and still not pay your bills. Like, what? That's not even what I'm talking about. I don't want to get off track. All I'm talking about is, can you stop?
Come on now.
Can you just stop saying that women not give janitors?
When I provided a positive example of a black man who took care of his family, you told me it was a variable and a one-off, and now you're telling us to talk positive. Girl, I'm gonna need you to pick
Who told you that?
because I
never
don't know
told you that.
which way.
I have never. No. I have never said that. I don't get down like that. So I don't know what you heard me say. So let me clear this up for everybody. I am for people. Period. I don't care if you got a penis or not. I am for the changes that are necessary in our society. I am not, and I get tired of y'all coming at me like I am some kind of la-la fairy, like I don't understand how reality works. So please stop saying that to me because it is offensive. I'm not a dummy. I'm not a fool. I'm not just making shit up. There are paths to fix shit. We done seen it. It is there, out in the United States, all over the place. We done seen change, so can we stop pretending as though we cannot teach each other change? Bullshit. So that's all I'm saying. There you go. You got it.
Can I say just one quick thing? Real quick. Hey, Sister Ruby, could you pass me that joint? Because I really need to be high right now. And I don't have any blood.
I got this one and about 4 others.
Please, I wish we could through the video.
We got the top shelf. We got we equipped, baby. We good.
I'm going to the dispensary today.
I just want to let everybody know the link is in the chat if you want to come up. I want to welcome my brother, Carl Shell. I hope he's still up here, Carl. Thank you for coming up, King.
Yeah, I'm laughing my ass off right now.
Yeah, yes, because now in 2 different chats. So like I said, we on Instagram, we over here, right? So we had the King elevated cognition, right? He said, what about different states? And I was also looking at Instagram, and the King Rest Up got him mad 223. He was talking also. He said Florida child support is wild. They let deadbeats get away with a lot. He got a couple other things to say. He said they said they used child support to find Bin Laden back in the day. Okay. yeah, that's my King Rest Up. I had a clip for that, and hopefully I'm not talking too loud. I'm actually listening to what somebody said on Facebook. I'm sorry. I'll highlight their stuff in a minute, right? I had something about the Florida law because when they actually broke it down, I thought it was crazy, right? So I did. It's these short, you can't stop for some reason. So I'm gonna just get this up for y'all real quick, and I want y'all to go into, explaining some of this for me, or actually what y'all think about it. I'm just kind of, here we go. Okay, so let me just, I'll start it back over or whatever. Real interesting, and this is a black and a white man talking about it, and I was a little shocked to see that too. But here we go. Okay.
She steps out on us, has a baby. She comes back. The baby is officially mine by Florida law. Why would you want it? You cannot discard it. It's yours. She can put me on child support for somebody else's baby. What?
Yes. You think I'm finna pay child support on a baby that ain't mine? You be lucky if I pay child support on a baby that is mine, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Okay.
So I learned watching the podcast that in Florida law, if my wife and me are together and she steps out on us and has a baby and she comes back, the baby is officially mine by Florida law.
Why would you want it?
You cannot discard it. It's yours. She can put me on child support for somebody else's baby.
What? Yes. You think I'm finna pay child support on a baby that ain't mine? You be lucky if I pay child support on a baby that is mine, okay? That's all I'm gonna say.
So what do y'all think about that?
Florida, number one, is anti-black.
Hold on, no, can I go first? Anybody say anything?
Okay, whoever want to go, y'all can go.
I want to go first, and I'll be quick, Carl, okay? Because I know you want to speak to it. I'll be quick. Here's the thing: people don't understand what affidavits are. When you get married and you sign that document, that's not really what you think it is. It's an affidavit of you attesting that what comes from this woman that you are allying yourself with legally is your responsibility. Read the fine print, okay? It does not differentiate who's the daddy. Anything coming from her while you are married to her is your responsibility. The state is not concerned with where you put your penis or your pussy. It doesn't matter, period. So when you find out that when you go to court, she got pregnant by somebody else, however, the judge feels, he or she feels that the child would best be served in your custody and or you paying child support because of the child's like mental health, whatever the case may be. That's part of that. A judge can say, yeah, you're married, so now I'm going to do that because you're married. Now, if you wasn't married, they're going to want to see a DNA test. In my state, they don't give a fuck about a DNA test. You could have a DNA test. They will rule that shit out if you are married. So I caution you when you all talk about just get married, just get married, just get married. Stop doing that. Okay? Stop doing that. Understand what you're signing. And when you say, hey, I'm going to take on this woman and everything that comes from her because it's my responsibility as a man. When you tell the state that, you better mean that wholeheartedly because, listen, don't do it. Same thing with a birth certificate, by the way. It's not a marriage license, but a birth certificate is an affidavit. When you sign that affidavit, what you are saying is you are responsible for this child. You're not actually saying you're the father. You're saying, I am responsible for this kid. So that kid just so happened not to be your kid. The state don't give a shit. That's not what that document is. That document is not to say, this is your biological child. That's not what that is. Learn what you are signing and then make complaints. But don't make complaints and talk like you didn't know when you knew. Now, I don't know. I read the documents I signed. But it is what it is. And to your point, Trey Ferg, about all the men getting cheeks that's like Pookies and Ray Rays and shit, I got 3 baby daddies. One of them is a banker, okay? One of them is a systems and signals engineer, and the other one owns his own fleet of trucks that he rent out to companies. I got baby daddies, and none of them are Pookies, okay? Seriously. My father is a baby daddy, and my father will shit on a lot of men who ain't a baby daddy. Like, seriously, so when you say men aren't getting cheeks, the better men aren't getting cheeks, yes, they are. You're just not focused on them. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Carl.
It's funny. When she's saying exactly facts, I totally agree with her. The issue is majority of time, there are baby daddies out here, yes, they got their shit together and they use the kids as pawns. And then you have, in most cases, people are broke when they have children. Majority of the time when the woman has a child, she is broke. I don't care what anybody says. This is the whole purpose of child support. I like to go back to history. No, we didn't have child support back in the day. You know, if you fucked it, you keep it, you got married. And like I said, I don't want to give too much on people trying to disparage against marriage because we already got commitment issues. We have vulnerability issues, and we definitely have responsibility issues. We don't want to be responsible for anything, even if we signed up for it. Okay? We don't want to be committed to even our cell phone bills. You understand? We'll switch up and put our child's name or put somebody else's name, anything to avoid responsibility. So, to your point, I agree with you. It's just so fucked up that Florida, unlike some other states, are anti-black. They don't give a fuck about black people. They only care about the money aspect. So when you think about child support and going to her point, it really boils down to money. It has nothing to do with anything else.
Okay. All right. So how y'all feel about that? Who going next? Y'all quiet. What's going on?
I'm being quiet. And I'm gonna say, I just want to say this. There's also a law in Texas that they are proposing that those who are pretending like they're not going to work or intentionally not getting a job, or like Lola had said earlier, they're not doing that. They about to get you. They coming for you. And you know Texas could they like they black people in jail quick. And they give you serious time. So I also was looking at too, we were talking about there's no way to get people out, right? So I'm just using my state. There are 6,000 non-custodial parents in jail currently in Arizona. The cost it's not a bail. It's called what's the name of that thing? It's anyway, it's a fee. They just don't call it bail, but it's a fee, and it ranges between maybe $500 up to $2,500. And like it was said earlier, people are broke. They can't help people. They can't get them out, and so they end up sitting in jail. That's what I was saying earlier about the proactiveness or assisting people who are going through this. That's it. Y'all got it.
But you know the sad part about it, even.
I'm sorry, I got your call. You're gonna go right behind me. I just want to. Are y'all paying attention to the stuff that I'm putting up here? Because I look at this one, and this is. I wanted to ask y'all about this. I'm glad Sapphire, the Queen Sapphire Isaac. Shout out to you, Queen. She brought it up. She said that's very true. That's why I think every man should take a paternity test before signing a birth certificate, right? And then she said in New York City they offer free paternity once the baby is born before the dad signs the birth certificate. What do y'all think about that? About that?
I think that's proactive. That takes all of the worry out. Now you ain't gotta deal with that.
But that's what I was going to touch on. I wanted to touch on that. Even though state by state they have their individual laws, procedures, whatever, there's nothing in history that ever stopped two grown adults from writing out their own contract, their own notarized contract, which is a legal document good in any court. I agree that I'm going to be the father of the child. I'm going to give you $400 a week or $200, whatever the case may be. We can draw our own contract. We don't need necessarily the court. The courts and the way everything is designed is to be misused. You understand? I don't like the dude, so I'm going to take him to court because I'm being spiteful. I'm going to use the kid as being a pawn because I've always questioned a lot of women that are single baby mothers. Even though you have full custody of the child, why is it so hard to say, well, I've been claiming and you hear that I'm using the words very carefully, my kids. Very rare you see them say our children. My kids, I filed and claimed them on my taxes. I get the child support. Your child still don't have life insurance, so I don't know where the child support money go. You say it goes towards bills, but it really isn't because you got other motherfuckers also paying your bill or tapping in on it. So basically, this is about misusing for selfish benefit. The kids are not benefiting from this at all. Nobody ever addressed how does the kid feel. Where do they play into this? Their mental, their emotional. What's their perception as they grow up watching mommy getting this money every month? Some of them don't even know they're getting money. Some kids don't even know that their father's on child support. That's the funny part. So I just wanted to touch on that because, like I said, we're not as individuals, we don't seek positivity. We don't seek better resolution. We just look at how can we benefit from it, and we flow on, and we don't care about the collateral damage. Because I'm gonna be honest, most of the guys out here, they don't have no problem paying, even if the girl don't like them, even if whatever the case may be, they don't have a problem paying. They just want to see the investment benefit to them as well. I'm not giving you $400 a week, and I don't see my child. No, listen, I'm not giving you $400 and I never see my child. What was you giving me chime in on? I like to hear.
No, I'm gonna keep it real quick. What's that got to do with it? I'm talking about what I said was, again, Y'all hollering up here about don't lead with the money. It ain't about the money. Then don't use investment when you're talking about other human beings. But we do. So can we pretend now? Can we take that cap and throw it away? Because we know it is about money. Yes, oh great. We want people to be so on point. You could go and you do this and do it. If that was the case, then there wouldn't be laws out here if human beings was all so on point all the time. Because they're not. Because if we were, if it was so easy for us to do the right thing, then we wouldn't have laws, we wouldn't have police, we wouldn't have the things that we do. But we do. There's reality that we do have people who need assistance with the things that we talk about, but yet and still we want to shit on if somebody want to create something to assist and be proactive. You want to teach men how to write up a contract. Some of them don't know how to do that. And I'm not taking anything away and saying people are dumb. What I'm saying is we're not using our resources. You got the whole world in your hand. That phone you carry is the whole fucking world. You want information? Google it. Call somebody. Get the info instead of thinking that up here on these panels, if you ain't living it, in it, trying to help, do something about it, come up with a solution, blah, 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 blah. That's the people for that. Then you got folks who just want to talk shit about single parents. So my frustration again is the same thing. We're having the same conversation. So let's keep going because it's not a.
I just wanted to touch on fine points. So this way, for those that don't know, or for those that they just need to understand the outcome. It's one thing to talk about the problem, but getting to the outcome is more valuable. There's nothing wrong with when a child turns 12, turn them over to his dad so he can raise them with the structure and all of that. There's nothing wrong.
There's nothing wrong with that, Carl. You got to put the complexity in of human beings. We're not that simple. None of us are that simple. If it was, again, we wouldn't have the things that we have in place. If people could control themselves, if people could do, not have anything to say, why do you have nonprofits, social activism, so on and so forth, about child support, sex, relationships, the whole nine, therapy, all of those things, those are social things. Like you said earlier, get your kid in therapy. When parents break up, Black folks will have for many years believe they can solve everything with a prayer and a shake. It doesn't work like that. And so you continue to raise people who are inept. And that's what we are seeing in right now. I'm talking about our ages, between the ages of 30 and up.
And look,
I can only speak from my personal experience, and in my personal experience, and I'm not the normal dude. I'm more of a nation builder. I'm looking to the next generation. I'm looking to something larger than myself. And if I have been messing with this chick, and if she got a kid that may not be mine, even if it ain't, and if this kid get familiar with me, then I'm still going to take that responsibility. Because again, I'm a different type of dude. I don't see it as just, I don't feel like I could pass my conscience on just through my biology. I know that my righteousness, my true righteousness, not to any dogma, any religion of any sort, the way I think already is going to be about that kid, just because it's been around me that long. The other thing is, I may have been around a bunch of rotten niggas. It's very possible. It's very possible that the niggas that I've been around were just horrible because they worked in the jail and they constantly was complaining and they was still making plans to go out the weekend. Like, you owe this girl money and you still gonna go out and wrangle another chick that you hitting raw. Even if you gonna hit her raw, there's a possibility that there's gonna be a child that pops out of that hole. So since you did that and you trying to recruit more women into your shitty organization, then fuck you. Fuck what you think. Fuck how you feel. Fuck how you eat. Because you sort this bullshit out. And that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that it could be most dudes. I don't even know the percentages. It doesn't really matter to me. I'm just saying
you're talking about the mental aspect. You're talking about the mental and emotional aspect that guys have, that I'm going to go shoot at the club as many chicks as I can, because in their mind, they see them as fuckable. They don't see them as keepable, because ain't none of these guys proposing to chicks once the chick tell them, hey, I'm pregnant. All right, well, we're going to go get this DNA. And then once we finish, get the DNA and confirm that, we're going to get married. We're not doing that. You're talking about moral. You're talking about doing the right thing voluntarily. Nah, man, we're in survival mode.
Because I don't think marriage is necessarily always the answer, right? Because dude's gonna do what dude's gonna do. What I'm saying
No. Let me tell you something.
What is wrong with? Listen, hold on. I'm really not up here to talk about all the reasons why we shouldn't get married because y'all got commitment issue. That's bullshit.
Yeah, so why don't we?
I'm trying to say now. I don't have no kids, right? I don't have no kids. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
Kids, right? But if I get anywhere near a hospital table, you get what I'm saying? As a black woman, and I put my life on the line, you get what I'm saying? For the 2-3 minutes of you having a little fun with me, and I almost die on that table. My mama said it feels like somebody cutting a knife in your vagina. You know what I'm saying? Having these babies. And you telling me that we not getting married or something? Where it's
we
gonna
don't
be
have
one
to get
life
married.
coming in and one life going out. Because there's no way in the world.
It's just,
I understand how some of these babies
it's just a piece of paper.
It's like you're
Get
gonna
the
leave
fuck out of
after all
here.
of that. You should have strapped up. Wasn't no need for you to shoot the club up, and you know you wasn't going to stay. Yeah, I'm one of them lethal baby mothers. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? It's me.
I don't have any criticism for any of that.
So we got people condoning shooting the club up and just walking away.
Well, no, I will add this.
Excuse me.
No, bro.
Pardon me. Pardon me. Just a quick second, you guys. I apologize. Just really quick. I need to drop. So I just wanted to say goodbye. Evo, I can send you a special dear lady. I can send you a special dear ladies offline. No need to break up chat for me here. So I want to wish all of you guys a good evening. It was fun while it lasted. I will talk to you guys later. Okay.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I would like to ask oh, I'm sorry.
No, that's not good.
I wanted to ask the men on the panel and in the chat. So I've been following this story now for like about 4 years. They're creating male birth control. And then y'all will be responsible. You want to go shoot the club up? You better take your pill, sir.
I like that.
And I am an advocate. I am an advocate for male birth control.
I'm not.
But I'm sorry. That's a biased statement.
The way they push
that's a biased statement.
Come on.
Why is it biased?
Yes, sir. It is biased.
That's a very biased statement.
Against men. Hold on, real quick. Let me say this because I listened to both of y'all, Trey. I listened to you, Carl, and I heard this. If these men have no ability to control they dick, then why not have something to assist other than a condom? Because I'm going to tell you something again, and I'm going to say this to you men again. As a heterosexual black woman, you are not dating black men. And how they act when they with us, they lie to y'all. They sit up and go, oh yeah, I told that bitch. That is so not true. And I do believe that if you can say a young girl has to be on birth control, then why can't a young man be on birth control? Why can't an old ass dude be on birth control? What's wrong with that? Oh, but it's okay for us to take it? It's okay for us to try. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to open no doors to finger pointing, but you do realize there's female condoms that's been out since the 80s, 90s. Females don't like to put things in there selectively.
Can we just not focus on this? It is not a tick for tat. Women have been taking birth control since they created it, and it has destroyed women's inside trying to protect themselves. So I don't want to hear about, it's women's condoms. Can you please answer my question? How do you feel about male birth control? That's all I'm asking.
Well, you can't put a one size fit all on any type of pill because everyone's going to have an adverse reaction. I know people that's allergic to
That's
aspirin.
natural,
Hold
sir.
on,
Can you
hold on,
please answer
hold
the
on.
question?
Listen, can I finish? Can I finish? I know people when they got a headache, they can't even take aspirin. Whatever
So
the
you don't think
ingredients
we go
are,
through the
it
same
has an
thing as women?
adverse.
We go through the same
And
thing
but
as
see,
women,
this is
but we
my
take them. Why y'all can't take them?
but this is my point. Nobody told you and forced you to take them. There are other options. You don't have to do birth control. You can
I'm
use a
talking about
female
for
condom
men,
just the
sir.
same way.
For
But
men,
that's
why
not
is the
true, though.
responsibility on us?
But that's
I
not
ain't
a
no blame game, yo. You want to have
No,
sex with
I'm not
me?
a blame game. Listen.
Yes,
I'm
you
not a
are.
blame
Yes, you
game.
are.
The same way, listen, process. I'm not saying that it's just one-sided. Just like you hear people always push the narrative, male condoms. Everybody pushes that narrative. There's female condoms too. You hear more about male condoms than you do female condoms
Sir,
because the narrative is pushed to the side. I'm not going to
sir,
talk about pills.
What's the percentage of a condom to compared to birth control? I can find that out, and then we can see which one is
I
better.
don't know. I'm
You
like
know
I
what I'm
said.
saying, Evolution?
Well,
I'm gonna say
male
this.
condoms are more effective than
Over
female
90,
condoms. That's why
over
they push the
95%.
narrative, Carl.
Yes,
I just
the
wanted to answer that
percentage.
question.
It just
So the
don't
male
stop you.
condoms are
It just don't
it's a
stop
better
you from getting
percentage.
the diseases that are out here. That's the most. Listen, yeah.
Nobody's Trey. Can you please answer the question? How do you feel about male birth control?
I'm gonna say
Please
this.
don't filibuster. Please.
Well, let me just stick to the question first. First of all, I'm speaking to the brothers and sisters. Y'all just had to figure it out, fellas. If you're a man and you say you're a man, like with the chest muscles and the brawns, and man, don't take that shit. That's actually it ain't gonna do no machine.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. Let me finish.
What I say, lady? What did I say?
Let him finish. Let him finish.
Let me finish, fellas. Listen, that type of shit is not made for us. Right now, with all the conversation, you heard about child support, you heard.
Oh my God!
And please,
So
women,
what about
just understand, Parent Planned
Oh my God!
Parent Planned tricked sisters into having it because what it did.
It isn't Planned Parenthood, sir. Please don't make assumptions. It's real doctors, black doctors.
Listen, for the mothers, daughters, and anybody who can be in this position, listen. If you have a teenage daughter, you do completely opposite of what Planned Parenthood did. It gave women who were single opportunities to have uncommitted sex and maybe not have a child. That's all it did. Now, because women before that, without the birth control, more than likely they were getting pregnant when they were married. We have all of these women now since the end of the
10, 15, 20 kids to quit, and they was married.
So you think there were no babies born out of?
Listen,
Hold on. I got a question. I got a question for Trey because y'all been going for a minute. I've been quiet. Okay.
I got some facts. Can I tell y'all these facts? Because that
Please.
right there is gonna mess a
Yes.
lot of brothers up. And if you come in my path, you may get your life taken. Let me okay, there are some male birth control pills. I did not know about this. I'm looking at it. There's one called Viagra Birth.
Thank you,
There's
Miss
one called
Y'all know who's taking that?
See how they won't let me get it out? There's
Can she
also-
finish, please, Trey?
Right. So men, there's Vienva Birth. That's VIENVA. There's also Sprint Tech. So it's SPRINTEC Birth, right? There is a lot more. They also have something called Fertile Aid for men. That's
Come on, say it.
FERTILAID. Now let me tell you. Now they say that this decreases the sperm production while preserving the libido. So
That's right. Right. Thank you, Evolution.
All of my brothers.
Out of here, yo.
That's all I'm saying.
To all of my brothers, to all of my queens.
So okay, you know what?
Let me get clarity. Let me get clarity, Evolution. Are you saying that there are not only
she's speaking?
Let y'all talk.
Okay.
I swear to God, I'll let y'all talk.
Okay. I just want to understand you. That's all.
Nah, I'm breaking it down to y'all because y'all know I only deal in facts. You know what I'm saying? I got it right here, and I looked up on 2 different sites. If you want me to go more, I will. And I will argue this point. It says that this male oral contraceptive decreased sperm production while preserving libido. So we can't say that it's taking away y'all want to have sex. It's not doing none of that.
Because guess what?
Yes, I'm
paying. Good. Sperm that is coming up out of that thing, right? It also said it does not modify your testosterone. Hope I said that right. And it combines the actions of a male hormone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
so pretty
you.
much, y'all not losing nothing. Y'all just not making more baby mamas.
You know who's
That's
taking
why,
that? You know who's taking that?
Y'all are forgetting you guys are forgetting the reason why they don't cover up, why they don't prevent babies, is to trap women. That's the number one reason men get you pregnant. That's why they don't take birth control. It's to trap you.
Ladies.
You're not gonna stay, so let me leave a bastard at the door so no one else shows up.
Yes.
That's not. It's not. Ladies, it's not. Listen, it's not cut dry like that. There are. Listen, there are guys out here. In case y'all don't know, all men are not the same. Some guys get hard when you touch the head of the dick. Some.
It don't bother that Carl.
Why are we going there? Why are we going there?
It don't bother your libido. It don't bother.
It doesn't touch it.
Let me ask y'all something. The birth control for females, does it have an adverse effect to different females? Some females get drier. Some women get horny.
That's what happens.
So let's look
Okay. So
that happens, Carl. So what? They do studies on medicine. Come
so
on,
it also
Carl.
regulates. Hold on, who's shouting? It also regulates.
Listen.
It also regulates women's bodies.
No,
so it can also take. It can also. Okay. If I can finish, you can argue afterwards. So certain birth control can cause you to be overweight. That's the Depo-Provera. If you take the hormone pills, it can regulate your period, and you won't be in so much agonizing pain. And it will.
Have you?
Help
Go ahead.
you.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You good.
Y'all want the side effects of the male? That's
Yes.
Okay,
Please.
so we got acne, fatigue, headaches, weight gain, night sweats, mood changes, and liver problems.
So who the fuck gonna
take this? So the same as birth control.
It's the same as the shit that we have to take, Trey. It's the same as the shit you're talking about. Who are these people that you got? I'm so sorry. I apologize. I can't lie to y'all and tell y'all I am not pissed. And yes, I'm passionate about it because you know what? I don't understand why y'all play like this. So it's okay for us to do it. Because I ain't seen no black men jump up and rally for us not to have to take birth control. But when you have to take it, hold on, Trey, because you don't know what it's like to have a child. You don't know what it's like to go through that. You don't know what that feels to have a period every month. You have no idea what it is. Y'all don't bleed from y'all penis every 7 to 28 days.
Every month. Hello. Men have menstrual cycles every month.
No, they do
so
not.
I need you to do your homework on that. Yes, we do.
I do my homework.
Men, listen, I need you to.
I think that's just when dudes start acting like a bitch. I think that's just when dudes start acting like a bitch.
No. I need y'all to look it up. Men have menstrual cycles. It's internal, not external like women. That's the only difference.
Please look it up.
I know this for a fact. I talked about this last year.
Evolution. Please look that up. I'm looking it up. Please look it up.
Oh, I got you.
Look up male menstrual cycle. Please look it up.
Do you? Okay, Carl.
I'm gonna look that up, but I did look up as y'all talking. I'm looking up, right? So,
it's because all the estrogen they get in their bodies. It's all this soy. They're eating too much burgers at home because they're single. They're eating way too much cheeseburgers. They're getting the estrogen in their system, and that's why they such whiny bitches. This is why they got titties now.
They on the roids. That's what
it
is.
Titties. No. If you look up, if you look up soybeans, hold on. She's looking it up. So while she's, please allow me to finish her thought. While she's looking it up, the American government has been pumping soy into American males so that y'all can now grow tits. And y'all have a lot of estrogen in the body. That's why your penises don't work. Because you don't have a wife at home cooking for you. Because you're eating cheeseburgers at McDonald's birthday, and now your dicks don't work. And now you got estrogen in your system, and now you're menopausal, and now you're menstruating. It's the American government fault, not ours. If you marry us, look, stop talking. Look, you can't even stop talking, sir. You acting like a female right now. You proving my point. You can't even let me finish. Right? It's the estrogen. Go ahead, Evo.
Estrogen. Wow. I got the facts, right? Now I'm going one at a time.
Thank you, Evo.
So wait, I'm gonna let y'all get back to it, right? So
Evo,
y'all asked me about the women's birth control. I gave y'all the men's birth control, which was the pill, right? So the women's side effects are headaches, breast tenderness, nausea, depression, spotting, weight gain, high blood pressure, missed periods, vaginal discharge, decreased libido, acne, bloating, breakthrough bleeding, yeast infections, blood clots, fatigue, and itchy skin. Now I'm telling you, it's there.
I'm sorry, Evolution. Hold on, real quick. I'm sorry, y'all. Transfer. It is not fucking checkmate. The truth is, y'all don't ever want to pick up the slack. Men want to sit and tell me what to do with my fucking vagina and tell me that the only way my life is going to be better out here is if I marry a bum ass telling me what I got to do for him. And you telling me that y'all can't take a pill to prevent the babies that you swear these women is trying to trap you with. Bullshit.
I said y'all need to get married. Y'all can stay single all y'all want. Y'all can take on all that depression, pressure, blood pressure.
First of all, I'm going to say this to you, Trey. You want to tell people to get married. You and Carl both want to sit up here and tell folks the answer to their problems that we're talking about, real issues here where women and men are concerned, and y'all's answer is get married? Come on.
Chocolate. Is this chocolate? Chocolate, I agree with them. Sisters, get married. But you need to go ahead and marry you a white man. Hold on, stop talking. Y'all need to go ahead and marry you a white man, ladies. They are absolutely correct. Marry you a white man, marry you an Asian man, marry you a Latino. These gentlemen are correct. Just leave these black men alone. They got too many kids.
You know what?
They got too many wars.
I was on. Let me take this.
She's speaking for you.
Come on. I was on.
This is totally. Listen, this is
one at a time.
This is non-productive.
One at a time.
This is very non-productive because
it's not productive because y'all don't want to be realistic.
No,
I just agreed with y'all. We should get married.
You should have done
fucking thing personally up on this panel. Y'all talking like children, like other people want to say something. Like some of y'all don't even have kids. And then all y'all
it's the estrogen. He had a cheeseburger for dinner. It's the estrogen. I'm telling you.
Hey, elevated.
Stay away from the soybeans.
Hey, mama,
all these soy boys out here.
Too much bias, and this is why points can't be made in a way that is factual because there's too much bias.
Oh, we got a part. Look, I agree with you, gentlemen. We need to get married. We need to close our legs, but we need to marry the other side. Asian, Arab, white. I'll call my kitty cat NATO. All countries is welcome. Ladies, explore.
Fellas,
taste the rainbow. Taste the goddamn rainbow.
Evolution. I'm gonna finish. Then I'm gonna let
you know what, Corset? I was on this panel. I was here in this circle of black people, and I have black men tell me I should go date a white man because of the things I like or the things I'm looking for in a man. I had a whole panel of black men tell me I need to go look because niggas ain't gonna ride with me. This comes out of the mouths of the black men that y'all follow.
I don't know.
Whatever, ladies.
It ain't true.
I don't know what.
Ladies, black men are our leaders. We need to
shit like that.
Ladies, black men are our leaders. We need to follow them, and if it's following them to white dick, put it in your mouth. The way these motherfuckers bend over and take it from the white man, let's follow their lead. No more babies out of wedlock.
These are the women that I got the daughters
No more single mamas. We finna be married. Follow these black men lead and put that white dick in your mouth.
Listen, fellas, listen. Everything y'all doing is totally against the manhood of a man. You don't take no fucking medication, birth control, nothing. If you just establish you listen, when you see and hear certain women, you got to understand that you can develop discipline and it'll change your fucking life. You can't give certain people the attention. Even certain guys, you can't give them the attention. We see all of this information in real time. We talked about child support. I would not advise any brother that's taking care of his business, graduating high school, picking up a trade, going to college, having his own skills that he picked up when he was a kid, going to Bible school, driving a truck, whatever the fuck he do, and he stay focused and he do that. Do not have a child out of the way. Wear the condom, put it out, shoot it on a back up, put it in a weave or whatever you gonna do. Do not have no fucking children until you know that you can get.
Don't have no children. Don't have no children.
You can't do it.
Just keep getting them socks pregnant.
No birth control.
Just keep getting them socks pregnant, gentlemen.
Work out. When you single, work out.
The only reason men speak like this is because they're weak.
Come on, man.
The only reason men speak like this is because they're weak. You can't handle women. Like, you want to talk like this.
One at a time.
Old school.
Come on, man.
No, bro.
Okay, let's let some of the newer people get their opinions in,
Bro,
because we already know.
That's weak.
You know, what's going on.
I know you're damaged, nigga. Like you want to talk about damaged women. You're a damaged man. You're damaged, nigga. Why, at the end of the day, why are you even speaking like that? That's weird.
Why you feel like that, Simon? What triggered you?
How much? Wait a sec. Wait a minute. How can you actually encourage a black woman to have any type of confidence in your stature when you're talking like that with your bald head?
Who is he talking to?
What are you doing? What are you doing, bro?
What are you talking about, Simon?
You can't do nothing for nobody.
Who are you
want to stand up here and go, I'm Trey Figs. I'm Trey Figs.
Okay, you talking to me? Okay.
To all your problems.
He knows
Who are you, nigga? Who the fuck are you?
Wait, so let me ask you something, Simon, we done long lost. What happened? What triggered you?
Yes. What triggered you?
I don't like seeing weak men. This nigga is weak.
Who are you talking about, though?
He talking about me.
Look, if you put your child,
he talking about me.
This nigga let's go down. Listen, bro. Look, black women, be aware. Be aware. Do not
this is the type of dude that I know don't move the way
old school widows that have these bold heads. There's a reason why they're bold. Look, my head ain't bold, right? I got my hair, right?
Man, you sounding stupid, man. Talk about the point.
I'm like, yo, look. No. Look, I'll put my hoodie on, right?
You come up here every day with a hoodie on. Talk about
the I didn't know the time, right?
Okay, I'm gonna get to everybody. All right, Simon, I got you. I'm gonna get to everybody up here because we're gonna figure out what's like how everybody feels. You know what I'm saying? So we can have like a dialogue, you know. And shout out to Lola, because Lola, she was having issues with her microphone. So she said she was trying to talk for a long time, but I guess because we were so enthralled and everything, we couldn't hear. I asked her to come back. She may not, you know. But we was in the heat of the argument, like, you know. We love you, Lola. And there's some questions. IG got some questions too. I'm gonna get to all of it. So I'm just gonna talk to y'all how y'all came up. Elevated cognition. So how you feel about the situation? Then we're gonna go to Alexis from Texas, our queen, and then we're gonna go to our king, Richard Reed. So how you feel about this, Elevated?
Hey man, listen. What are we arguing about? Point blank period. If you can take Viagra, you can take, as men, you can take a pill to help a situation out. Let's be 100 across the fucking board. Let's be 100 across the board. I agree. When you get to a certain age and your dick don't rise no more, you take Viagra to get that dick up the fuck. It's the same way on the reverse. That's a conversation you will have with your shorty if you want to do all that. That's where that's at. Now, when it gets back, let's knock it out the park. When it gets back to the child support situation, we got to stop speaking on individual support cases when we don't know the entire case law. Different states or different laws, different situations. My situation is different from yours. Yours is different from mine as a man. It moves differently. We got to stop pushing our own situation. Our opinions don't make it fact. Let's be realistic. It don't make it fact. Now, with that being said, I want to ask a question to the ladies because we're going a little bit too far. Ladies, what do you want from us for us to fix that situation? I haven't heard that all night. Can one of the black queens tell me what y'all want from us so we can help y'all fix that situation? Because Shorty, I'm not leading. Hold on, bro. I'm not.
Excuse me. I'd like to answer the gentleman's question.
Yeah, one second there, Mama. I'm not leading you for you to put no white dick in your mouth. That's your choice. You gonna make that choice on your own. Don't blame me and say I led you to that.
So you don't think? Okay, so let me ask you
the way y'all be bending over.
Oh, well, can I answer his question real quick?
Exactly. Thank you very much, sister.
So let me answer your question. And any woman here, I'm speaking as a woman. Of course, I don't speak for all women, but I'm speaking for a segment of women. We want to trust you. We want to feel safe with you. We want you to tell us what's in your head and stop thinking that we are just going to automatically know what you want. Talk to us. Let's sit down and talk. Like the gentleman just said. If we decide to get together and I say, you know what, I'm going to go on birth control. We ain't ready to do this. Or he say to me, you know what, Beck, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Just like he said, people talk, they do what they do. But overall, again, there has to be education and support. Grown folks can be stupid too. Grown folks can be ignorant too. Grown folks some of them have to be led to that. That's why we have the social programs that we do. So with the amount of children which we talk about, so I'm going to say that. We just want to be acknowledged and stop being looked at as anything other than human. When you say shit like investments, when you say that it's not about money, but you lead with your money, like it's mixed messages. So I would say to as many black men who are listening, find out who you are. Love your motherfucking self and then call me. Because I love myself. I love the fuck out of me. And that's the kind of love I'm going to give someone who's going to come into my life. Me personally. So
there's mixed messages on both sides because it's a mixed message. It's a mixed message for
He's asking the women. He's asking the women. Can we answer? Can we all answer? Mine's quick. Mine's real quick.
Know what love is, Chocolate. That's the thing. I appreciate where you're coming from.
Hold on. All the women are answering the question.
Let Corset answer because he made
it. It's gonna be real quick. It's gonna be real quick. When you go, take your little bastards with you. Take them kids with you, motherfucker. If you don't want to be in this relationship no more, take the kids with you. You don't want to pay child support? Keep them motherfuckers. Keep them. You can have them. Get the 3-bedroom. Go to the teachers' meetings. Feed them. Put clothes on them. Don't go on no more dates no more. Be at the house watching the kids. Don't leave them motherfuckers with us. And you could be the better parent. The kids will stop being screwed up because of single mamas. They will be perfect. Hey, shut your face. Shut your face. I don't need your help. I don't need your validation, sir. I'm telling you, gentlemen, take your kids. Take them with you. That's what we want. Take them.
I'm saying, this is the thing.
That's like giving away free money.
You want to profess to be queens, right? You want to profess to be queens, but you can't take care of your kids.
Did all the ladies answer? Did all the ladies answer? No. Too much estrogen, sir. Keep your mouth shut. Let's move on to the next sister.
Out here.
Let's go to the next sister, please. See this estrogen.
Okay.
Next sister, answer your question. What you want, ladies?
Appreciate you, Corset. Appreciate you, Chocolate. Everybody on here. I appreciate the kings too.
I think what women want is not to have to ask. I think that's powerful. I think also when
Yeah, Black Barbie though.
because when I come on
It's
these
a black
panels
Barbie doll. She's
and
beautiful.
we're talking about the men and the women relationship, I look at it more like we're brothers and sisters, we're cousins, because most of the people on here wouldn't want to date me anyway, and vice versa. So it's not a dating. This isn't like a dating app where I'm trying to see if I want to sleep with y'all. I just actually I feel like in a building stance, I think what women truly want is not to have to they also appreciate someone who studies them and learns their love language because we are different. I agreed with almost everything that was said up until dating blank and blank, because I've been around the world, baby, and ain't nothing like a black man, and a good one at that.
Okay.
You guys taste like shea butter. I don't know how you do it. And I prefer
Tastes like debt. Tastes like debt, boo boo.
No, it's the soul. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's better than spam slop. You know, y'all know what spam slop is, right?
Ruby, I know exactly what you're talking about, sis, because I do. I love me some black men. That has nothing to do with what's happening in our, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Go ahead, sis.
Alexis, where you at home, girl?
Yeah, look. I want to go back to the original topic, which is child support, because that's something that I'm currently going through right now. And how I simply put it, because especially in a lot of these spaces, men try to, and it's weird because it shouldn't be like on a gender thing as far as the daddy or the mother. We're two adults, especially in a situation, because there's situations like mine. I was in a relationship with that man for a decade. We had 2 kids together. Like, this is like when you with somebody that long, like, bro, what is we doing here? Like, you ain't surprised, you know it's your kids, and things didn't work out fine. But as 2 adults, being that we didn't stay together, it doesn't relinquish you from responsibility. You have a responsibility as an adult to take care of your kids, regardless how y'all want to look at it. You have a responsibility.
And so do you.
And I'm talking. So at the end of the day, I don't understand why it's like it seems like a going back and forth. Like, oh, if women can't take care of the kids. No, but I didn't make these kids by myself, so you have an obligation, just like I do, to help me take care of these kids. There's some women out here like me. I'm not trying to give the most out of my kids' father. Whatever.
Why you muting me, Eva? Why you muting me?
For me, that's what I'm
you having like a temper tantrum or something. Nobody can speak. You acting like a child right now. So I just muted you so the lady, the queen can say what she got to say. Then I'm gonna come to the king. Just give me a minute. I got you.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love Simon. Simon is my bratty big brother. I love Simon.
Bratty and
I wish I could give him a hug.
but yeah, so, and like even now, like I know when I have my case reopened. Well, my case is reopened. We have an appointment date, and on that date, I'm asking them to take it to court because I already tried mediation with this individual and it doesn't work. So now I need more authority to put something down here. But yeah, like I'm not one of those. I have a decent paying job and I'm taking care of my kids. I'm with them every day and doing what I'm supposed to do as an adult, not a mother, as an adult. And as an adult, I have a responsibility because I did not have these kids by myself, but I still have a responsibility to take care. So I am taking care of my kids, but he's going to help. And I wish that I didn't have to put him on child support. I wish we could have, I wish we didn't even have to go through mediation. I wish me and him could have talked, but it got to a point, and this is
there was choices.
Right? It was. Yeah, what choice is it? But we got to a point where. No,
I'm saying you. I'm not attacking. I just want to tap on something. You had the choice to sleep with him or not, to have the baby or not. Correct. You had a choice to shop.
This how you
You
this
had
how
a
you get
choice
your
to-
money, sis.
No,
Threatening to leave them at his
No, I'm
house.
just asking. Listen.
Give them your kids back.
I'm not talking.
Go ahead, finish your
I'm
statement.
not talking about money because I'm not talking about money real quick because I'm gonna tell you something. You can't take the shit with you. Number one. So it's not about the money aspect. I'm looking at the mental and emotional aspect of the child. How they going to perceive it? How they going to receive it? How they going to take it? How will it affect the child's life? Just like the young lady said earlier, a lot of people do not see therapy. They don't get therapy for their kids. How do you feel about mommy and daddy not being together?
I'm gonna sit.
We're too busy concerned with what we're doing and what we benefit, but we ignore how it affects the children.
Yeah,
You understand? But I just wanted to touch on that because,
what's
you
the
know,
question that you're asking me? What's the question that you're asking me? I missed it.
the choice was you choose to sleep with him. You choose to sleep with him knowing, or maybe not knowing. It depends. Every man is not the same.
But they was in a
You
relationship.
knew when you
So that
so you already knew. No, it doesn't negate it because just because you're in a relationship does not mean he was green lighting for children.
But
Can you read
Those
mine?
conversations.
Okay, hold on. Let me answer.
So
I was
the suggestion is a time machine. The suggestion is a time machine.
Well, no, I'm gonna answer it. First of all, I let you know that I was with this man for a decade. We were invested into each other. We talked about children. We talked about things and like a relationship, church, different like and then another thing. Understand that people change. People change. I saw this.
Yes.
I want to ask you about that.
That's the point.
Can I? Yeah.
I had to make changes, and I did.
I want to ask you about that, right? Let me ask you something because, like I said, I don't have.
I appreciate that because that was the answer I was looking for.
Right, and I respect what I definitely respect what she said. I want to ask you about that because me, like not having any children, right? I watch, like I said, I've dated men who have kids, and I saw the stuff they went through. Even my brother of 27 years, I watched what he went through with his baby mother. And this is the thing, right? I always ask people with kids that's going through issues as far as child support and baby mama drama, baby daddy drama. You know, did y'all see the signs before you had the kid, or do they just change after the baby comes out? So I think that's what Carl was kind of because I be asking
exactly,
and I always get the same answer. So I want to ask y'all that got kids. I want to see if I get the same answer. I ain't gonna tell y'all what the answer is, but let's see. Who wanna go?
That's the point. You got it.
So
that's a great
so
question.
people always change. Every year people change. I was married, so it's a moot point saying any of this nonsense where you should have thought about it. You shouldn't have laid. That's a moot point because I was married and still ended up at the child support office, still ended up a single mother, still ended up in the same way. So anyone who says this nonsense has never had a kid, never had a real relationship. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm not talking directly to you.
Whatever the man,
I'm not speaking directly
because it's
to
not
you.
nonsense. And
I'm not speaking
I'm going
directly
to
to
stand
you,
on
homie.
something.
You don't matter, homie. I'm not speaking to you. When I finish, you speak on whatever.
Wait, let us finish, Carl. Let us finish.
Sensitive. Now, that to me, that's a moot point because people make other people. That's how we exist, and it doesn't matter the level, what type of relationship it is. You could be married, you could be widowed, you could be whatever. Guess what? You still a single mother. You still by yourself, and you got to figure things out. If you're in a relationship for 10 years and y'all plan these kids, and one day he changed, because people change, people grow up, people grow apart. It's not the kid's fault. But for you to be like, oh, I don't want to pay for them kids. I tell these sisters, tell them in court, you have them. You keep them real quick. They sign that paperwork.
Yes.
Real quick, they will sign that paperwork and pay you your money.
Those are
People
boys.
change. There's no, you can't see in the future. How you supposed to know in the future you gonna be ain't shit?
I support that.
That's not a thing.
If the mother want to get
There's no
into it,
psychic, and your coochie ain't telling you this dude is raggedy. It's not gonna do that.
And what she
I
said,
land.
you change. I had conversations with this man talking about. I asked him about church, like recording We're talking. We're having this conversation. What do you want? Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Like, because this type of stuff determines if I'm going to really date you long term. So that's what I'm saying. We had these conversations. I think things got a little hectic for him because I think that he didn't think he couldn't handle being a parent. He started slipping and doing some things that weren't right, and here we are. So I mean, like I said,
That's what was the point that I was making. As far as people evolving, people do evolve. Your 30-year-old self, when you was talking to that chick, is not the same as your 40-year-old self. So at that point, yeah, you do change. I wanted to have a kid when I wanted that pussy at that time, but now that I already got the pussy and time has evolved forward, I changed my mind. And like I said, the choice is, I don't care if you've been with a guy, I don't care if you've been with the guy 2 weeks or 2 years or 10 years. The choice is still there, regardless.
Nah, bro. Pussy don't change like that. I don't know what kind of pussy you're dealing with. No, it don't work like that. It don't work.
So tell him how it worked. Tell him how it works.
He was talking about like pussy is like an exchangeable currency. Ain't that? Like at the end of the day, the only reason why men get shit twisted is based on the fact that they don't understand what the pussy currency is in the first place. Like, you know.
Okay, what's the currency? I want to hear about that.
Where do you get that from, Simon? I mean, I'm trying to have more patience with you, but we're not talking about currency, bro. We're not talking about currency because there's no value.
Yeah, that's what you do to your ex-wife, and that's why you're divorced, and that's why you don't have any contact with your children. I didn't say that.
I want to hear what the currency is. What's the currency? What's the vagina currency? That's the first time I heard about that. What's that?
The first time too.
Yeah, y'all know?
It's the everlasting interest in the world that doesn't necessarily succumb to gold, silver, coins, paper, money. Like there's no way on earth that men and women will understand the currency of pussy currency. The pussy currency is a thing that is everlasting and will be ever foreseen. There is no way on earth that men can understand this sort of stuff because men can't recreate.
Man can't what?
I like that.
Men can't.
Yeah, man can't. Man can't.
All you do is jerk off, nigga. Like at the end of the day, men can't recreate.
Recreate, correct. But we do in a sense because we start the production of the recreation. We just can't.
You make up every excuse under the sun.
Y'all should have a baby without the man's sperm. What are you saying? Like I don't understand.
We start the life cycle.
You cannot push another human being out of your body as a man.
But I need what's in his body to make the human that come out of mine.
That's her position in
Push
life.
around y'all penises and then y'all see what it is.
But that's her position in nature. Every creature in nature, the female actually gives birth to the child.
This is turning into a sexist thing for no reason.
Men understand in America understand that the coochie currency today is transactional.
Evolution. We go
This is the thing. You don't understand coochie currency. Coochie.
Okay, let elevated
human beings. Like
I wish I could get a full tank of gas and give the man some. Yeah, okay. So next time I go to a gas station or when it's time to pay bills, you're gonna offer pussy? Is that what you're saying?
You can't as a man.
Well, it will get some stuff paid though. Let's talk about it. I mean,
you want to argue about
it is the world's oldest profession.
Again, right? It's driven by men. We didn't create the sexual system of pussy currency, as you said. Come on, man. What are you saying? Like, there's women out here.
That's disrespectful.
Like, you're being disrespectful. Like,
it's very disrespectful because you can't use a woman as currency. What's wrong with you? That's a slave mentality.
So y'all hearing it, fellas.
Her
Most
currency is
women,
between
modern
her
women
legs,
today
though. Let's
Men
be
are
do
only
this all day
transactional.
long.
Give
They
them your
use
$40
women as
and keep it
currency.
moving. Don't
They
invest.
This is what I
men
mean.
use
Go ahead. I'm
women as
sorry.
currency. Men
Excuse
use
me.
women as currency. This is the
I'm
problem.
not listen. I'm not going to be a part of no rhetoric bullshit that you're telling me. Pussy got currency. Like you can pay bills with it. Are you insane?
I'm gonna be
That's
honest,
like looking at a woman as nothing more.
You
That
are
no,
totally
I'm
I'll give
saying
you
that's
one,
like
Carl.
bro. No,
Carl, I'll
hold
give
on.
you one.
Wait,
I'll
wait.
give you one. I'll give you an
No.
example.
that's like looking at a woman as a sex object.
Hold on,
y'all. She talking. She talking.
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna give
mean,
you one because y'all act like y'all don't live in America, right?
for
Let's
real.
say I'm living in an apartment building and my landlord
Somebody
got
got to mute up.
and I ain't got that guap for the month. I didn't make enough. There are things that I can do to make sure I live good for another month. I do it so good that he'll pay next month's rent.
Yeah.
I ain't
She ain't
gotta pay
lying.
if I do it well enough, I ain't got to pay no more. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the truth.
Evolution.
That is the
Evolution.
truth.
There's a but evolution. There's a listen, evolution. There's a distinction
I love
between
evolution right
the
now.
commercialized threat of giving pussy to get what you want versus actually utilizing it to get what you want. Many women have used their sexuality, their femininity to get what they want, but they're not actually using their pussy. They're giving the illusion, the delusion that you have a possibility for access to
I
it.
know
That's not
that
the
you
same.
said, Carl,
He's still right though. He's still right.
No,
He's
I
still
mean
right
it's
though.
not the same, but
He's still right.
it's in the
Carl, you're
circle.
playing.
All of a sudden,
I
now y'all want to
know.
talk about
I
morals,
know that
but
you've
y'all
been
wouldn't
in
even
certain
take a birth control
situations.
pill. All of a
That's
sudden,
That's
exactly
right.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. What I'm talking about, Evolution.
it's crazy for y'all guys.
No, I'm not going to say.
No.
Because one has nothing to do with the other.
Call your
That
play.
one has nothing to do with the other because what he just talked about is the same mentality a pimp would have when he looks at a woman. He looks at a woman as something that he can gain money from. He's not looking at a woman as a human being. So there's a distinction.
Carl, may I please? May I, Carl?
Yes.
May I
please.
ask you this question? And this is to the gentleman on the panel. So we, like Evolution said, we live in the United States of America. Sex has always been at the number one of our list in this country. We have pretty much changed the sexual landscape of the fucking world, not even just the United States. What I will say is this: I would love for men to go ask other men, why did y'all create this? Why is sex for sale? Why can I, as a woman, pick a man or find a man, and because he's enamored with women and pussy, excuse my language, he will do what I like? You hear men say this all the time. If the investment, if I'm not sleeping with you anymore, then you no longer matter to me. Okay, got you. Move on. But I will ask this. And if that's the case, then why do we have such a large $1 trillion sexual business in this country? And it is men making the money and women are still doing the work. So if sex ain't important, if money ain't important, what is it, Trey?
I got something. Before you answer that, I got something else. I got something to add to that. Why can't I get on stages to do comedy if I don't sleep with him? Is it not crazy?
Because you ain't good enough.
That's all expectation. Everything that you're bringing up is dealing with expectation.
Excuse me. Sir, gentlemen. Let's say this. And so I'm respectful to y'all. I know, some of y'all don't want to be respectful to us, but I'll be respectful to y'all.
Crazy.
Yes, it is. It's crazy that we can't sit up here and have a conversation. Now, I'm supposed to have empathy for what the Black man go through, right? His plight in this life. For me to be a successful Black woman, I need to understand
No,
Shut the fuck up, Simon. I'm not talking to you. Now, unless you want your business in the street, I advise you to stop saying my name.
Don't let
Thank you.
our business up in here. They'll
Chill. She
terrify.
got secret.
Yo.
Evolution.
All right,
Better
bye.
get it.
I love you, Chocolate.
Cause you being rude, and I will clown. I told you, come on.
I love you.
Because I'm tired. I am tired of the bullshit and the gaslighting.
Some kisses.
Yes,
Okay. Evolution. Let me give you an example. No. Let me give you an example. So Simon proposed to me, right? So when that came into play, right? Again, investment. When he came to me, it was about investing in my business. But it changed to the only way I'm going to be solid and know and believe that you're not going to fuck with nobody else. I need you to marry me. I'm in London and I'm in Arizona. So this is what I'm saying. Don't sit up here and be pious and try to tell people shit when you do the same thing. Men lie, just like women lie. And when it comes to relationships, the complexity of it, we cannot simplify it by just telling each other, oh, well, you just need to have discipline. Oh, well, you just need to close your legs. That's not even true when we live in a country that has $1 trillion sex industry.
Hello?
Make me understand that.
But it's not just women in the sex industry. It's also males. Because remember, just like you got female strippers, you have male strippers.
I'm a woman. I know that there are women in the industry. Please, can we just focus on y'all?
Yeah. Can I answer the question?
Let Elevator answer, y'all. Let Elevator answer.
So it's a two-part answer, and she's correct. And one of the biggest, what the young man said earlier, sex is a currency.
Nigga is on weed, nigga.
Wait.
Sex. Oh, let me finish, please. Let me finish, please. Sex is a currency. The reason why it's a currency is because social construct has made it that. In history, it has been a currency all over the world. Look at Amsterdam, the red light district. We have done that.
Thank you, sir.
We have done that. The problem is that in our community, it's easy money for us, and we have mainstreamed it and mainlined it, and we think that that's the only thing that the woman has to offer. We don't want to tap into anything else. That's the problem. Because with that being said, we can't look at a woman and not see her not for physical. The first thing we see on a woman is the physical. No matter what she is, we walk up to a woman, we're gonna be like, damn, Evolution got some nice lips. You know what? Ruby Doll, she smoked that blunt. You know what? I'm a shut Shorty up. She's been loud all night. I can shut her the fuck up. We get that ego driven to the point where that as men we get to that point. Now hold on for 1 second. Earlier, the young lady from Texas made a point. So what you're saying about changing, men, we do change. Every 90 seconds, emotionally, human beings change. Every 90 seconds. That's proven. Whether we want to stay in that, that's what it is. The environment we're in changes us. So when it comes to a situation like what Evolution said, if she wants to stay to the point where, hey, you know what, this money I ain't got it. Hey, shorty out, hey, old head, I can make you nut from behind. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. The only problem is Evolution. He might expect that next month. That's true. That's where the sex and the mainstream comes in. Because once it's offered, ladies, we now expect it as men. Does that answer your question, man?
Yes, it does. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate your answer. Thank you.
You're such a G. I love
brother, let me ask you this question just based off what you said, right? And this is gonna be real quick. So my question is this: you being a man, I don't know your age, and I don't know your status with the ladies. How many times have you turned down the offering as a young man between ages of 21 and 41? When
I have dick discipline. I've turned down multiple.
So also based on what you're saying, most women wouldn't believe that brothers like you really exist. Now, my caveat is, are you one of those guys that have the confidence to talk and approach the woman that you, first of all, visually see appealing, and then you have to take in consideration that you see her appealing, but your appealingness to her is not there, because again, women look at us as the physical too. They have their type based off complexion, height, build. A dude that's overweight, a little chunky, he better have that bag out the gate. But a dude that got that good hair down and he's slim, got them little shoulders, and he's coming with that pack. She's making breakfast, all that, giving the kids juicy juice and everything. But little chunky chunk.
I get your point, OG. I get your point, OG. I get your point.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying.
So hold on. I'm asking this question. So listen, let me explain something to you. The problem I think that, and speaking from a professional perspective that men have, we think too much about what women want. When I say too much, meaning I don't control what she wants. I can only be me and hope that she likes me. If she doesn't, move on.
May I ask you a question, Elevated? After you're done, I just have one question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you a question after Chocolate?
When let me see, how can I put it? How hard is it for Black men to love themselves? I mean, like to tap into them, because what you just explained and how to even get there is because you care a modicum about yourself, right? Elevated?
Facts.
You care about who you are, who you sleep with, who you lay down, who you bring into your life, right? Okay, so this is the same thing as a single woman. I have no children. I also don't want to have any bum ass in my life. So then there's your discernment, right? But everybody doesn't have that. So my question to you simply is, in your field or in general, is it hard for men to look in the mirror and love themselves? And there you go.
So you know what a lot of the problem I see with a lot of men when I talk
wrong
to men.
Man, but anywho,
I'll tell you what, a lot of men. I'm not most men. I don't speak for all. When I speak to most men, you know what they tell me? They're competing with their brothers. It's the ego.
Oh wow.
A lot of the shit that they do has nothing to do with a woman. Let's be honest, because when we talk to women, how do we talk to women? We don't talk to women the same way we talk to our friends.
Jesus Christ. Yo, Chocolate,
let's
you're
be
asking the wrong man, dude. Like,
hold on. Hey, ladies, give me 1 second.
That's unspoken within the man.
Ladies, hold on. Ladies, give me 1 second. Evolution, give me 1 minute. Let me step out of culture real quick.
You gonna speak to your mother or something? What are you talking about, bro?
Me and you gonna have a convo.
I don't know why I'm
So talk to me. You want to ask a question? Ask your question.
I ain't saying shit. God damn, you
ask
sound
your question,
wild,
bro.
man.
You're talking a lot. Ask your question, bro.
No, I find it hilarious the fact that a woman can ask you a question and you can't have a comprehensive answer.
I did have a comprehensive answer.
Ask the question,
You're dilly-dallying all over the damn thing.
Ask the question.
Ask your question.
No, it wasn't my question. It was Chocolate's question.
I did answer her question.
Oh, okay. So look, I got a video. All right, I got a video to kind of what Chocolate was saying. I tried to hit this from all aspects. It took me a long time to get these videos, so y'all gonna look at these videos. So here you go. Here you go. All right, y'all just let me know if y'all can hear them. I tried to stop it where I thought it should be stopped. Okay, can y'all see the video? Y'all can't see it. Okay, how about it now? Y'all see it? Oh, y'all quiet. I appreciate that.
10-4.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all.
I got it.
Because it was causing turmoil in our co-parenting relationship. Wow. Recently, I looked up a few places for him to get his CDL so that he could possibly start his own trucking company, or he can even carry loads and make money for himself. What I decided was, you know what, Brittany, let me change my mindset. Let me help us take care of our child. And that's co-parenting. So I decided to take my son's father off.
So what y'all think about helping your child's father out instead of putting them on child support, maybe helping them get a better job, so y'all.
That's not your job.
Better.
That's not your job. Yeah, anytime you hear a woman talking about helping a man get something, you're moving out of your purpose and design, because we're not building together. Niggas should have already came built.
Thank you.
So all of this, you replacing his mother type attitude. Oh, I'm gonna nurture him. This is why men, they easily exploit women nurturing side.
But that's not
your
what she
job.
said.
That's not
though.
your function.
Why
I
isn't it?
understand what she
though?
said. I understand a key word. You said boyfriend, baby daddy, not husband. It's a
What
difference.
does it matter? If
You
I'm
get it?
helping I'm helping him to help us, what title does matter? The title don't fucking
and this is
matter.
what it does matter, because now the same chick down the line is going to complain when he gets his shit together or
Unless
whatever.
you're a mind
She's going to
reader, sir,
complain
you
and
have
say
no idea
all
what
the
you're
shit.
gonna do.
All the shit. No, because we've all heard it before. This is nothing new. We heard it before when
The
a woman
man
is
just
complaining.
said there's
I helped him get
different
this. I
paths.
helped him get that. No, listen.
Why can't we
Listen.
help y'all?
You can.
Y'all need help.
That's not
Like,
your
what the
job.
fuck?
That's not your. That's
Well,
not
y'all
your
not
purpose
on
and
that
design.
job. Y'all don't want to help each other.
No,
You don't want to help. You don't want us to help y'all. So what the fuck y'all gonna do then?
You can help. Listen, there's a difference between help and enabling.
Yes.
How about
Big
we do?
difference.
Who cares? Guess what? Good for you.
Oh, Lord,
You
have
know the
mercy.
difference. Can we focus on maybe that is a good option too? There's nothing wrong with helping the person you made a child with to make things better for us and the child.
You know,
Like what?
that's a good question. And you know what? Just because you had a baby by somebody by default does not mean that you give wife benefits to a boyfriend.
Oh boy, you know what? It doesn't matter. People ain't getting married like that, and it has nothing to do with wanting to be a wife or wanting to be. This woman said she was
You know
with her
what?
man. My mother and father were together. Here, I'll just do a personal anecdotal. The reason why I feel the way I feel is this. It doesn't matter what the title is. My mama was a wife, but my father didn't treat her right. There are plenty of women who are wild. No, don't
And
give
that's
me
where the
another.
bias, that's where the
Y'all want
bias is
to
at.
keep
That's
giving
where
me
your bias is
excuses.
at.
Please, one at a time, y'all.
So what? I apologize.
But
The
see,
bias is every. Y'all all talking in bias. There is not one person up here that ain't biased. So you can take that and sit down. I am talking about assisting people having better lives. Ain't that what we supposed to be doing? Why can't we help our men, whatever the title, especially if we can keep them out of the government's hands? Ain't that what y'all want? Like, damn.
No, one is a legal commitment and the other one isn't.
When you're talking about
One is a, hold on, I'm sorry.
it all makes sense.
Yo, can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Because I got
There you
all
go, Eva.
controls over there. I can work it out. I'm just trying not to. All right, let Rich speak, please. Let Rich speak. He hasn't spoken.
You got someone on your panel that's gonna get locked up like R. Kelly. You want to tell him about something?
I'm mute. I'm gonna handle Simon. I'm mute. Rich, say what you gotta say.
Yes, I could understand what Charlie is saying, and I also hear this from some other women on the some of the stuff in IG and some other stuff. There's nothing wrong. Like, this is the true. What Charlie is speaking is true love between the two parties. If you have true love between two parties, stuff like this is no problem. Whether the lady works for more money or whatever. I even heard, and I think you probably heard of it. They got women that will have the money, but in order to make the man look good, she will go to the restaurant and make him pay. Despite she has she's the breadwinner, but to make him look good at the restaurant, because it's true love, she would give him the money and let him pay. So in front of everybody, he's responsible for the family, and now he's the leader of the house. But he's not. In other words, it all depends on what Charlie saying is correct. It all depends on the true love between the two. You see, there's a part of the qualifying man that Carl has been missing. You see, there is the extra qualification. You see, the qualifying man can't be rigid like that. If it doesn't have true love, well, then you're not qualified for the lady. It doesn't make sense. Charlie's trying to help the relationship where she's trying to show love to her spouse, which is future husband. But with the way she's thinking, if more stuff about that, you will have a lot of marriages and a lot less divorces if you have this sort of cooperation. Believe me.
Rich makes
Well, that's why I said that's why I said earlier.
Yo,
I'm gonna agree
we
with
have
Carl.
a lot of issues. Listen, we have a lot of issues when it comes to vulnerability, getting old, and commitment. We come up with every excuse in the last 20 years to avoid those three things. Why? Because again, we don't want to face reality. We don't want to face our purpose and design. We are too busy trying to create new ways to avoid it. Your purpose and design as a man is to come prepared. Listen, you come prepared for the responsibility of a woman. If not, you shouldn't be getting no pussy if you don't even got shit to go together for yourself.
That's a good point.
And I encourage all black women.
I gotta go.
If a dude don't,
Can I make this quick point before I
if a
go?
dude don't have life insurance, don't fuck them.
Okay, we got you.
Simple.
I gotta agree with Carl. Why you giving wife benefits if he didn't get his stuff together when he was with you? Why you building him next for the next one? Let him handle his business. Put him on child support first, because while you building his self-esteem, he gonna get somebody else pregnant. And guess what? She gonna get on child support first and get all that trucking money before you do. Stop playing yourself.
Baby boy part 2. That's
Love
all
you
it is.
guys. Bye-bye.
It does make sense. That's what I was asking. I don't know if y'all seen Stephanie question. She said you should have asked all those questions before you got in bed with that man.
She's single.
Yeah, if you want to build them up, that's something you probably should do before you birth it down.
Again,
You know what I'm saying?
to your point, Evolution. But once,
Richard.
Sorry, excuse me. If you don't know who you are, if you are telling me right now that men cannot face those three particular things, then wouldn't it be helpful if you're able to deal with it to assist someone else to be able to deal with it? Because it's coping skills. That's all we're talking about is the inability or ability.
Don't have a baby first.
One at a time.
And then get the ring, then have a baby.
Like
It would make
you
more
want
sense.
some man to come in and like go, I'm gonna be your savior. That's all you're saying right now.
No, I gotta hear what I would like to hear what she said without no interference because I want to make sure I understand her. What did you say?
Richard, because Richard had something more.
I'm not talking about you, Simon. I'm talking about the woman that just spoke. She said something about three things.
It's okay, Carl.
I want to know what she said.
I remember what I said. I can come back around. Just let everybody else speak. I'm about to pause out.
Okay.
Y'all got it.
Well, let me ask you this: Are you talking about getting old, vulnerability, and commitment? Are you talking about those three things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Over here, like she.
And I'm just using. I'm using what you said as an example of, and it could be many things on the list as to why a person isn't in a relationship.
Was never gonna have a real relationship ever in the rest of her life, and now she's pissed. That's the problem right now.
Y'all must.
I'm not going with that. I'm not gonna go for that. The reason why
I don't know. I don't know.
The reason why I say this.
Like somebody can't let go sounds bitter to me. But anyway, like I said,
that's a separate. Y'all get a room. That got nothing to do with me. For the topic, I gotta understand something. Hello. Simon, cut it out, man, because your mic ain't even nowhere near as loud as mine. Stop it. Stop it.
Okay, so let us
stop it. Don't why nothing. Just stop it.
Hold on, Carl. What you got to say?
All I want to know is one thing.
Carl, let me host the
when
show.
People,
I got it. Hold on, Carl.
Okay.
Let Simon say what he got to say, because we do keep shutting him up. Like, I don't want to keep doing that to my brother. Say something nice. Don't take no more shots at chocolate. Like, say what you got to say, Simon.
I've got nothing against chocolate. Me and chocolate are good, man. Like, if anyone I've met in the world, me and chocolate, we understand each other on a level that people will never understand, because that's just something else. It's not something for the YouTube streets or the internet. Like, so when we get our stuff together, that's another thing. But I respect Carl. I know you're a legend in New York. I know this, but don't, like, when these ladies start talking about some egregious shit that they've done in their past against people that I know that they've done that against, you're capping. So that's what I was saying. I was just like, no, I ain't putting up with that. Like, I get it, but I appreciate you, sir. You're a legend. When I recommend people from the UK to come over to those bars where we see your name on the damn wall. I appreciate you, sir. Don't think that. I don't want to be
I like
to
that. See,
anybody
Carl?
else.
I
You know
love
what I'm
Carl
saying?
too.
We know what it is. You know what I'm saying? We're just having a conversation, and Evolution is facilitating this, and she's one of the best. That's what I can say. I ain't, for now.
Love you, Simon. Yeah,
I
Simon, look, that's what I'm
that's
saying. That's why I would never throw Simon off of no platform. But Simon has a sweet side to him that will melt your heart. You just gotta get to it. You gotta say, you my bro, Simon, always. I'm glad you showed up. Now, Carl, what you got to say? Because that man done gave you all this love. What are you going to say to that?
I'm not saying shit. I'm just gonna nod my head because I've been on YouTube with Simon too damn long, and I know you got to peel back the layers. Some people they grow on you, and then there's some people you like them the first 10 minutes. So I can relate. But what I was looking at though is when most individuals interact with each other, especially women, in order for you to call a man a deadbeat, a bum ass, or whatever, when you was talking to him initially, did you ever investigate contingency? I know he got money, but does he have a plan B? Does he have contingencies in his life already built in? This would give you a blueprint of what kind of guy you're dealing with. A guy that's a planner versus a guy that's living from check to check or just on the fly, or even just a nigga that don't want to do shit. It's helpful so you don't get trapped off in being pregnant by accident, default, or whatever. And definitely, I'm going to stand on, do not help a man get himself together. If he's not together, pass him by.
Yeah.
Can I try to bring some context to it?
Yeah.
Because I hear what my man is saying, but we also got to look. I think about the young man, and that's why I say to the young man, I ain't talking about no 35 and over. You should already understand from your mistakes. You should be living life better. If you got kids, take care of your kids. If you want to live independent, live independent. Just don't be messy as hell. If you're gonna be single, clean that shit up. Don't be out here spreading diseases and catching whatever they get out here. But if you're a young man and you ain't in these positions, the greatest thing you can do is be selfish. You can look around your neighborhood and see the shit is bad. You can see, we all talk about how, our lives and stuff, and somehow the man who really is not part of raising you is to blame because he's just not there. But if you have opportunity to go build a relationship with him, just find out the other side of the story. You done heard the bad side in the family, and you probably live 4 blocks away. And when y'all saw each other, it was like 2 kids that didn't know each other because there was no establishing. Brothers, I say go to court early as possible, 6 days old. Get in there, put the courts on your favor. Let them get that money out of that $800 a month job. Let them get that money out of there. Shut the hell up. Stop talking to everybody. Even her friends. You focus on the child only. Focus on your child only. The hell with the woman. She can ride as many carousels as she want. You just stay fit. Keep your money right. Focus on your child. Your child will be smarter than you. Your child will have goals and admirations to be better. And you're going to be right there protecting them from them hyenas and everybody else they want to get with your nice son, and because he's disciplined. He's smart, he's disciplined, he plays sports, and he understands how women operate. Dudes that's older, hey man, hindsight is 20/20. We can all say what somebody should be doing, but still, how you moving at that moment when you realize you done fucked up and made some mistakes? When do you decide to change? Women, y'all got freedoms. Y'all got freedoms. Y'all, young women understand that y'all body is y'all golden ticket.
Yes.
You young woman.
I don't want to give no excuses, brother. I don't want to give no excuses out there. Hindsight is not 20/20. Hindsight is not 20/20, Trey, when you have people teaching or sharing wisdom. If your hard-headed ass is not listening or you're not respecting the lineage, the people before you, No, I'm not giving that cop out excuse, bro.
You speak from a different time. I think you speak from a time when you can go to a picnic and see uncles and fathers and cousins as men. The last 25, 30 years, these brothers have none of that. A lot of brothers are learning that shit on their own. A lot of these, and it boils down to us. And the only reason I say women is this, because women don't understand the true power that they have to change the greater good of the children. You have to take your feelings out of it. If listen, you had sex with him, you saw him at the club, he had that meat everybody was talking about, you wanted it, he put it on, you ended up having a child. But there's still no relationship. You can't expect a man who you already know has a reputation to say, I forgive all that at 25, and I'm just gonna focus on you, which you gave it to me the first night we met. And that doesn't happen. Men look at it differently. But the thing is, if you have a child,
we do translate it different.
Get in front of it. You don't want to spend the next 25, 30 years of your strongest part of your life paying monies out to something that you won't even get to see grow. And I agree with the young lady. And I've been saying this. Get a kid. When you got a boy, okay, let's just say the women raise the women because they say that, but I don't think most women that have children have the ability to raise a young girl to be a woman because they still give them the same 304 uniform. They weren't it at 17 and 20. They got their breasts out too early, everything. Listen, you got to make sure your daughter protected. Show her how to cook because you can't cook. And not saying sisters can't cook. Show her how to make that shit from scratch. Now, brothers, women, get a change in life if you give a 10, 12-year-old boy who's about to drop his scrotum sack, fuck some taking those feminist ass pills to shrink your balls up. Because the bigger your balls, the stronger you are. That's testosterone. That's just me. But at the same time, you as a brother, if you get your baby, just pour into your kid. Hang out with your kid. Your kid will be strong. He'll know how to talk to women. He'll have his own money. He'll move out, get his own place. And when he make it successful, guess who's going to be his security guard? You are. So, and it's my last thing. Brother, if y'all stand with these women, especially because some of y'all choose to do that, she on Section 8. She going to court talking crazy. Just tell them that you get some mail put over her. Work it out. Make a deal is all I'm saying. Make a deal. Don't put your kids out on the street, but if you got opportunity to get your children, by all means, go in there with two hands up and say, I do take it. I want the state assistance just like the sister. I want them food stamps too, because the immigrants go get them. The men and the women go get their share.
Single fathers get
your whole speech is negated. Like
if you get that shit together, I'll put on child.
They get fruits when you can get them.
Okay.
I know you didn't just tell. Hold on. I know you didn't just tell dudes to go out there and get the same benefits that the women are doing.
Instead of getting a job and being better men.
Even if
that's not what I'm saying, y'all. Damn. Every man.
Children, wait. It's something for their children to look up to. When are we going to tell men to be better men? Be better than your father. Be better than your homeboys around you. Be something that your children, if you're going to shoot up the club, can look up to. You get what I'm saying? What your child going to look up to? Food stamps? Like what we talking about here? This is where we
a single man running around trying to get pussy with a food stamp card in his pocket. Wow.
Yeah, but it happens, Carl. It happens, Carl. Veterans get food stamps. There are single fathers that get assistance. What's wrong with that? Like, why do we have to make it so gender specific? That doesn't make a man less, because at the moment he might be in between jobs. He might have got laid off. Like, y'all give all the fucking scenarios in the world for everybody else, but nothing ever happens. We can't control what other human beings do, but we can provide opportunity. That's why you have parenting classes. That's why you have colleges and trade schools, because we don't know everything. So there's always going to be people. Never mind. It don't matter.
Chocolate. I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, Chocolate.
Men operate off their egos. Everything we're hearing right now is based off of what we're not going to do because men shouldn't do that. That's the issue that we have, and I keep saying this. Much respect to the man on this panel, but let's be realistic. That is your individual view. Like Chocolate said, it works for some men. Let them do what they do in this situation. To what the OG just said. One last thing I want to add to that. You taking care of your child does not stop at child support. Even if you're on child support, you can still do more. That's facts. So it's just, let's get out of the rhetoric out of our head. Listen, United States is made for everybody. We came here, land of opportunity. You're born here. Take advantage of what's there. Because you're a man, come on now. It don't make you less of a man because you got a card. That's guardian.
No, I'm just saying it's not made for
How long you
We're not talking.
as a man though?
That's what I'm saying.
This is my
What are we
point.
talking about with this card? Like a couple of months?
I-
Are we talking
no,
about
No, Evolution. I guess I'm saying this. Ain't nothing. I don't subscribe to any, like, y'all's idea of manhood. I don't subscribe to, because what I feel it does, it diminishes a man, because now if he does certain things, you're going to see him less of a man, and that's men and women both. And we're up here saying that if a man, a single father, is on hard times, he may have a job, because guess what? In some states, you can have a job and they will assist you with your children.
Right.
And so he's less of a man because he has to get some assistance with his kids. Like, what are we saying? But then we don't want to, hold on, let me finish.
Like, would you keep having babies with that man? Like, would you have another baby on top of the babies that he got? Like, would that be like a soulmate, like a partner?
No, mentally, no. That's not me, though. No, I would never do that, because mentally, I'm
Well, that's the point.
Well, no, it's not the point. That's not a.
You're
it's not
making
a
our
radical
point.
moment.
Hold on,
Y'all all talking from your own personal. What the? You know what? I'm
Chocolate.
Just put me in the bag.
You're making.
Ask me.
Listen, Chocolate.
I would stay till the ladies
Chocolate,
final.
you're making the.
No. I don't want to hear it. Please, just move on.
You're making the point. No, we're not going to move on from that. You're making the point.
No, I'm good.
You're making the point for us. Because at the end of the day, let me tell you something.
I don't care if I'm making the point
that
for
we
you.
just described, you
I
wouldn't
said I
even
would
get
sleep with her.
No, listen.
I said I would not.
You're not going to sit here and say that there's nothing wrong with a man walking around with a benefit card in his pocket. But yet, a woman ain't trying to hear marrying that type of dude.
Whatever. We can move on. Thank you, y'all. Thanks for letting me talk, Evo. I'm back to
move on from that. Because it's a contradiction.
Y'all gotta, like it's gonna be dialogue. Let me
That's
tell
a
you
big
something.
time contradiction.
I can't, just have a dialogue, because it helps all of us. You get what I'm saying? Y'all just gotta
absolutely.
listen.
And you know what? I wanted to say something, and to Chocolate's point, because I know where her passion is. I think I know where her passion is. In that, let's just say this. I'm very big on unions. I think they're very important. I was in a union, and had it not been for something very drastic, I would still be with him, and I would be building and all that. Now, to the point, would I help him establish something aside from this said instance? Absolutely. I think it depends on a couple level of things, and it definitely depends on one's level of empathy. As somebody who benefits from having, let's just say, from, I don't want to say it out loud, but BBC, I have to realize that attached to that BBC is a society where shit is there's no even playing field. And rather than hold up a sign or be all up in arms, I'd rather have an impact on said individual, especially if it has an impact on my children. Why? Because I would do the same thing for my neighbor Bob if he needed a business idea, because that's just the person that I am. Now, do I feel like this takes away from this? Hell no. Because like I said, I would be so happy if my baby daddy, which I don't, or my ex-husband, excuse me, which I don't get child support for. That's a conscious effort. It's, I would hope that he has something established. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to share. Like, there are women who don't look at it as a negative thing to help somebody, kind of like, it's like nepotism. I'm very honest about this. If I'm in a position to get anybody a job, I'm going to offer it to Black people and Polynesians. First off, does that make me a bad person? Absolutely not, because the playing field to me is already in a deficit.
It's called love for fellow man, Ruby.
Well, all I want to say, Richard, hold on. I just want to say something. You know, I think I'm coming from where Carl is coming from, because like Carl's job is way better than mine, though, right? But like, we were both working for the government. You know who paid for them cards and stuff like that? You know where that money comes from, right? So let's say I worked, right? And let's say I got a $1,500 check. You know, they taking $500 out for the people that need help. You know what I'm saying? So then you gotta, I look at it, I don't know if Carl looks at it that way, but I know that hurt.
I do.
And
I do. Because you're telling me you're taking money out of my pocket, off of my money, to go help people out here that smoke weed, got alcohol. That's like y'all telling me it's okay. When I hear women describe the type of man they want, it doesn't say a guy that got a dirty house, got a light bill that's $300, but yet he's in the club trying to get pussy from you. No, that's not the type of guy you want to marry. But that's the guy you're entertaining and engaging with and having kids with.
We don't know
so when
that
I come out and say to you, but see, this is going.
Wait, let me break it down. Before you even get there, Carl, what I'm saying is that money does not come from nowhere. That money comes from the people that made what they were supposed to do with themselves and work hard to get where they were supposed to go. And the more people that we say, oh yeah, can we help? And we just, it's okay that you messed up and you don't want to do nothing. That's coming out of our money. You know what I'm saying? And that hurts our pockets. We're working extra hard. And most people that I know, you know what I'm saying, are career card holders. I live around a lot of them. Career car holders.
Yeah.
I'm paying top dollar.
20 years with a benefit card.
I'm paying top dollar where I live, and they paying $2 in rent and eating better than me. You get what I'm saying? So this is what
and they still in housing court. They still you got $50 in rent and you still in housing court?
Wait. If we don't push our people, especially our men that are supposed to be our leaders, those excuses that we keep giving them, oh, it's all right you didn't do this, it's all right you didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? It makes them weak. And that's all I'm saying. Like, y'all don't look behind where that money comes from. And check this out. When I got hired on my job, you know they wouldn't give it to me. And I had to come in with physical pay stubs. And so you see how much money y'all was taking? I want all that back. You know what I'm saying? And I had to really fight. And I was working for years. This is all I'm saying. So when you keep saying no, it's
evolution.
That's a problem for some people. Because that money comes
government
ain't giving that free.
Over the last 25 years, y'all see it constantly. Don't act like y'all blind. Every time a black dude dies, and he's under 40, 45 years old, it's always a black woman doing a GoFundMe for this dude. This is the same guy that was all up in your face, baby daddy, number 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, smoked mad weed, always had Henny, nice car too. But you're telling me this nigga never took care of himself and had life insurance. It's like I said, it's enabled.
All of these things in here that are not factual. How you personally feel what you will and won't do. It is not factual. There are people who use Snap and they use it legally. There are people who do things the right way. I'm talking about those people. Those are people who need the help. I'm not talking about people who play in the system. Like, it's always.
But that's the thing. There's more people. There's more people playing the system than it is people that need it and use it just to get past it.
What's the percentage, Carl, and what is it affecting?
$1,000
in Pennsylvania. Listen,
I'm not in Pennsylvania,
I'm gonna talk about what I know.
Exactly.
Listen,
So you
in
know
I'm
Pennsylvania,
going to tell
I
you
know
something.
Arizona,
In
and whoever
Pennsylvania,
else
New
I'm gonna say.
York, listen, New York,
I'm not in New York,
Pennsylvania,
sir.
New Jersey, and Connecticut, I can tell you for a fact. I
But I
searched
don't live there,
thousands
sir.
of people.
Okay,
No, but I'm
not.
telling you what I know.
You don't have to
I've
though. You
searched
don't have to
thousands.
prove
Listen,
nothing to me. I respect
I'm
what you say.
trying
I
to
don't
I'm
have to
trying to
agree
show,
with it.
but let me make my point. And
Sure,
in
okay.
20 years, I have searched and past 100,000 people, physically searched them, male and female. I could tell you what females come to the spots with in their purse because in 20 years I've observed it. But when I search dudes and they got benefit cards and that's what they use as ID, and this been going on for 10 years that they had this, come on, man. You ain't trying to do nothing to better yourself. You are trying to
So
manipulate
why
and
would
use
we
the
care
system.
what that
That
person
is
does? Ain't that between that person and the fucking
because
government?
Because he
be-
paying for that person.
because
Yeah, no, we're not.
because that
Yeah, we are.
yes we
Look,
are.
No,
look at this.
Yes
hold
we
on,
are.
but see,
$1,000
both
out the
things,
straight.
hold
You
on,
say you
both
paying for
things
people?
can be right, but it is not across the board for the whole country. Every setup is not the same. You got your base laws that are the same, but everybody, like for instance, last year, North Carolina wouldn't give like just adults. If you didn't have kids, you couldn't get medical, right? So they just passed a law in North Carolina where adult people without children can get medical. Because if your health is fucked up, you're not working nowhere either. These are the things. That's what I'm talking about. I see it from the whole perspective, not just one side, not just a few people, not just some outliers. What's
I'm
going
not.
on in our
That's two different
government
things we
across
talking
the
about.
country?
We talking about
But I
the
don't know why we
Listen,
keep
I
talking
even
about
listen.
these.
Let me show you something. Hold on.
But everybody's a
Evolution.
Pookie and Ray Ray. Like that's the
Hold on.
only thing we talk about.
Evolution. No, we're not talking. I'm gonna take it one step further. Evolution. In the past 6 months, when they opened the door and brought all them buses in of people that was not legal citizens, they put them up in hotels, gave them food stamp and all this shit. And we welcomed it. We allowed it. Our mayor was all for it. Once they find out that these motherfuckers were shooting cops, assaults, rapes, fucking robbing people left and right, now all of a sudden you want to put a fucking wall up and stop them, and now you want to put them in the street. In other words, it's being manipulated. It's being manipulated and used. That's the bottom line.
Evolution. Let's talk some straight numbers here. We cannot. Again, I said earlier, we cannot keep talking about our personal feelings. In the United States, the majority of people that use SNAP welfare is not black people. It is not black people.
True.
It is not.
That's true.
So we cannot sit here and say our people, our people, our people. You're looking at a 27% rate of black people that use SNAP. So what your numbers and your theory and your facts do not add up to the rest of what's going on, what we're talking about.
No, I'm mad about them too because they didn't work for that $500 they taking out my check. You could be blue. I want my money. You
hold on. I get that. But
Yeah,
what I'm saying is,
personal.
no. What I'm saying is narrowing it down to what she was saying, to what Chocolate was saying to our community. When we bring it back to our community, that argument is non-factual. Let's talk about when you're trying to use SNAP as something it does not factual into what we're talking about right now. What are we going? So let's bring it back to the straightforward argument of what's really the issue. Our issue is that as far as men and women in our community, what's the problem? That's what we got to realize. We can't keep saying what we see and we think that it is because what we're throwing out.
Men walking around. Well, dudes walking around with benefit cards, no life insurance, looking to move in with chicks and call themselves a man. That's impersonating of being a male.
So
okay?
What's the problem then, Carl? So
we can't.
Is that so, Carl?
The problem.
Is that a problem? Hold on, Carl. Let me ask you a straightforward question as a man. Is that our problem as a man, or is that the woman's problem?
That's an individual problem because we are enabling it. We're creating something abnormal and making it normal.
Carl, you're not answering my question.
I just did. It's all of us. It's all of us.
Is that our problem as a man, or is that the woman's problem? Accountability is the biggest thing we lack. Is that our problem as
It's
a man?
all, and I'm going to answer it again. It's both. It is both because both sides are enabling it.
And I like to say that, and because I feel like I just want to say this for the simple fact, I feel like a lot of these platforms like to push a narrative. Just because you get child support don't mean you get any other type of support. You can work hard and get what you're supposed to get and also not get nothing else. For example, I get no food stamps. I get no government type of assistance. The last assistance that I got was child care, which I still have to pay for that. They just help me, and it's based off of my income. They don't factor in the child support or nothing like that. They only factor in my income, which I also just cut that out because even with help from they call it CCS in Texas, I still was paying a nice little amount. So I took it off since I work from home from now to get that money back into my home. So I can, because I got a boy and boys eat as my 5-year-old is eating as much as my 9-year-old girl. So I needed that back in here for groceries. But I just want to throw that out there because I feel like a lot of times in these spaces, they want to push things like, oh, if you're getting, then you must be on government. No, I got a house and I've been with the same person that I got my house through since I was 19 years old. I moved from one house to another house, like been working, doing what I'm supposed to do. And so I just want to put that out there because I think that narrative, they think just because, oh, you getting it. Nah, some of us ain't getting it. Some of us ain't.
No, but I'm not saying that you listen. We all know based on your income, it can disqualify you from getting it. What I'm talking about is the dudes, not the women. I'm not talking to the women. The dudes that's on public assistance, and they're becoming more and more baby fathers. They're becoming more and more enabled by the people around them that allows it, make it normal, acceptable. That's the issue that I'm talking about.
Okay, so
If we stop that, then we can stop saying deadbeat dad when you know damn well he was broke before you fucked him. It didn't change.
So I got a question. Evolution, and anybody can answer this. And mostly I would love for the men on the panel to answer it. Let's move this goalpost a little bit. Let's talk about married people and the child support. Now let's factor the child support and let's factor alimony. So let's say the man is also getting that, but the woman makes more, and the court says she makes more, so he's supposed to get alimony. So Carl, he's not supposed to take the alimony?
You know, I got a clip on that too. What you saying? Let me start.
I remember the outrage. No, let me answer this question. I remember the outrage that was put out publicly when Mary J. Blige had to pay alimony to her ex-husband.
Yes.
A lot of people feel that since for decades we were taught, conditioned to believe alimony is something for females only. It was unheard of that men can get alimony just like men getting child support from a woman. It's unheard of because we are trying not to push that narrative. We don't want equality when it comes to everything, only selectively. And if the laws change right now,
talking about child support, isn't that the same thing you're saying about child support, sir?
if it's not the same thing, I'm talking about what?
Come on now, Carl. Come on now, brother.
No, I didn't hear you. What did you say?
Come on.
I didn't hear what you said.
Saying isn't that the same narrative, because there are two laws. They're both laws that we have no control over. Isn't that the same thing you're pushing when you're saying that there's no? It's what are we saying? It's a law. We don't have control over either. So you're telling me the man can take the element, but not the child support or SNAP? What are we saying here, Carl?
No. What I'm saying is that the selectiveness in how we, as a society, especially in the Black community, we don't. Listen. The man is entitled to alimony like the woman, right? If she makes more money, you can't sit here and tell me because you make more money than the man, you're exempt from paying that man alimony, or because he has full custody of the kid, you're exempt from paying child support because you're a woman? That's bullshit.
That's what I'm asking you. Isn't that the same thing with the SNAP? When the man makes less money, he's
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What are we saying?
No, it's not. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why there's a big difference, a very distinctive difference. Because as a man, you are spending the first 10 years of your life having fun, but building yourself to stabilization, consistency, and contingency. You shouldn't be out here relying on a woman to replace your mother. You shouldn't be out here wasting valuable.
Hold on, Carl. I said married. Carl. I said married. With those two situations, I said coming from a marriage. If that man is now eligible for SNAP, he's supposed to turn it down. And if he's eligible for alimony, he's supposed to now turn it down. He has. That's what I'm
Yes, he is. He's supposed to. In other words, no. No. If he is married legally and he has the children and they go through divorce and the alimony is being issued out, yes, he's supposed to take that. Why not?
So why can't he take the SNAP too?
No, because see, you're trying to mix zucchini with apples. It's not the same.
Come on.
If he got the kids,
It's not the same.
If he got the kids,
you want to know why? Let me tell you why. Let me answer your question. The alimony is coming from her pocket. The welfare, the benefit is coming from the taxpayer. That's the difference. He shouldn't be taking taxpayers' money, but he can take her money.
May I say this? Wouldn't that be the blame of the government setting it up? It's not like, black women went and said, set up this welfare, or white women went, set up this welfare. This was created by the government.
I appreciate
This was created by the government. So if there's a problem, shouldn't we find out how we can change it?
We know.
Shouldn't we find
we know how to change it. Yeah, we know.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
Well, we said it earlier. Get married. Stop having kids out of wedlock. Make sure you pick a man that can take care of your children, so you don't have to be out there getting assistance from people that did the right thing with their life. It's real easy. We all know what we.
No, I don't. No, that's not what I'm saying.
We gotta stop making excuses for each other.
I'm not making
and the ones that don't do the right thing and that are
I'm not
lacking.
But why do we care about the people who ain't doing the right thing? Why aren't we concerned about the people who are doing the right thing?
Because hold on. The reason why, listen, hold on. The reason why we must care.
I'm sorry.
The reason why we must care, because if we sit here and don't, it contaminates the rest of us in one form of fashion or another.
Carl, the number of the people that are not doing the right thing, sir. Brother, the number of people that are not doing the right thing does not equate. It does not fuck up what you're saying.
What do you again?
Does not equate, brother.
That's bullshit because you got more. Listen, that's bullshit because you got more dollar store niggas out here than quality do.
Bro,
so that's bullshit.
Bro,
I put in the back. Excuse me. I'm sorry, baby. Hold on. I put in the back. This is the receipts from 2022, and what your money and my money and everybody else's money, where it went and what the government paid. Now you can see how much of your money went toward tennis and agriculture. Because see, I'm in the business of agriculture. So that part of it, the government pays into that. SNAP is a business. It is an entity separate from the government. So what the government does is they pay them to take care of the people. They run that program. It is a business. It is on the New York Stock Exchange because
I have
they are right. So here is what I get.
So are y'all saying that the money that come out our check is not for SNAP and stuff when we know that's exactly
that's
what
I
it
said.
is?
Wait,
when you work for the government, look at Trey. Trey's a soldier. They killing him. Whatever he make, excuse my language, they taking almost. They take a lot of his money. If you got a good job,
you're 100%. You're 1,000% correct.
You can see how
you're 1,000% correct, Eva.
But that's not what I said, y'all. I did not say that. I said I put in the back. It is it's a nonprofit organization called nationalpriorities.org. The reason I go there is again because of what the lane I'm in. I try to learn what the breakdown is compared to what I'm going to have to invest in it, right? So all I'm sharing with y'all, okay? Because I'm gonna feel how I feel. Business-wise, pull up the link if you so like. And down there, 2022 now, I don't have the newest one yet, but 2022 says that the money that was spent by the government that we saying we gave them for working, they put $518 into agriculture and SNAP. So
agriculture and SNAP, right? And that's what we talking about, SNAP cards, right?
Exactly.
SNAP is part of
the
agriculture.
department, but no, I didn't make your point.
You just said they put it into SNAP, right? From what we made.
No. SNAP is part of agriculture.
Okay, because in New York they call it SNAP. That's the food stamps, and that's what me and Carl and Trey. That's what we talking about. I don't know what y'all like. It's different for y'all, but that's what we talking about. SNAP, like she said, that's what it's called up here. It's called SNAP. And it comes out every time you get a check. And if you do overtime, you might as well throw a whole check to them.
But Evo, I did not say that. I want what I said to be clear. I said if you look at that link, it will tell you from 2021 to 2022 how much of our money went to certain parts of the government. That's all I'm asking is that you look at it and see.
No, I got what you're saying. I got what you're saying.
Get my check next because I got a lot of them. I could tell you what that was.
But hold on, Evolution. I understand the Evolution. I understand the website.
And they done took it out for 12 years.
I understand the website. I understand the website she's referring to, which is a non-for-profit agency. And one thing about non-for-profit, they don't have access to as much.
That's not true,
Carl. They don't have his access to as much.
That's not true, Carl.
That's their job.
That's not true.
They work with the government. All they do is take
I don't think you understand. When it comes to our government and non-for-profit agency, it's one hand which washes the other. Number one. Number two. Listen, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you the best people. Food Harvest. One of the biggest.
Yeah. I'm aware.
Don't think those free turkeys are free.
Never.
Nothing is free, sir. Who is saying that? Who is saying that? But if everything because if everything was okay, then why are they giving out turkeys? If everything is okay,
because we paying for them. Because we paying for them.
It's called recycling. But this is listen.
So the money that you ain't just paying for welfare out your money, Evo, you also paying for Medicare, Medicaid for old people. You also paying for disability money for disabled people. You paying for streets, lights, ground, water.
We are. But y'all want to the world. Y'all want to money.
And we're also, you're right. And we're also responsible for you to be able to pay $50 per month for a 2-bedroom. Okay? The subsidies got to come from somewhere.
So I can ask a question. Evolution. Can I ask a
I'm gonna
question?
be real. I'm sorry. Hold on, real quick. Listen, no drama, no nothing. But I don't want to argue with nobody else. I'm not arguing with y'all. I'm not. I don't.
I'm not arguing. I'm agreeing that there is a legal money laundering going on.
No. It's okay.
That's all it is. It's a legal way of laundering money, recycling money. That's all. The only victims in all of this is the taxpayers.
Do we want to talk about solutions or not? Like this is. I'm sorry, Evo.
I don't mind solutions.
It's all about
a solution that we seeing on our tracks. Y'all wanted to fight on that.
No, so hold on. I got a question.
Listen, that's between. But I'm not gonna penalize somebody for something that the government made. Then don't go to work, but we do. And all the
I tell you what, does that mean that every man? You don't have to be great.
Okay.
So you don't have to be great because there's assistance for you.
Right.
Evolution. Hold on.
Yeah, show me a black person that turned down the stimulus check.
Hold on, Carl. Hey, hold on, chocolate.
This ain't the conversation for me. Listen,
Hold
no
on, Chocolate.
disrespect to nobody.
Look.
No
Wait.
disrespect
Can I put a disclaimer out?
Evo.
Y'all taking stuff too personal.
It's okay.
We all not gonna
But
agree.
it has nothing.
And you don't have to go crazy because everybody.
I'm not going crazy. I'm not gonna stop being who I am. Just like
y'all
you.
have to get worked up. Because after I
Nobody turned down the stimulus check. Nobody turned down the stimulus check. Nobody turned down welfare. Nobody turned down Section 8. So therefore,
Carl, she's muted. Evolution, hold on for a second. She's muted. I have a question for you guys. And again, earlier we talked about our community. And I said to y'all, the numbers don't add up for our community. We're talking about our community. She brought up the point of the government. Now, with that being said, the question she asked, what was the way forward? I need to ask y'all a question. One question I want to ask, Carl. If as black people, we're discerning to get better, getting a higher tax bracket. Everybody agree with that, right? You want to get into a higher tax bracket. You want to get up there. You want to make $1 million. You want to be money. You want to be a millionaire, right? Yeah, everybody wants to do that. Everybody wants entrepreneurs. Everybody want to do that. With that being said,
I don't want to be a millionaire.
Well, you might be one of the few that don't want to, but the majority wants to be up there to get into a higher tax bracket. They want the big house. They want all this. This is what they see. Doesn't all this come with it?
What comes with it?
Paying all this money that the government is taking out from you. What she's saying. Doesn't all this come with it?
Well, then that. Hold on. To answer,
go ahead.
I was going to answer this question. That when as far as I'm looking at, okay, in a factual light, not what I think and feel, we don't even know how to budget, bro. Okay, that's up with that. Secondly, you have not seen one black person own property on 125th Street in Harlem.
Carl,
okay,
that's not what I'm asking, Carl. That's not what I'm asking, Carl.
No, I know what you're asking me. What I'm saying is, when it comes to money, we know how to make it and we know how to spend it, but we don't know how to recycle it. Okay, we're not equipped.
But that's not what he's talking about, though, Carl.
That's not what I'm asking, Carl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not what he's talking about. Hold on. Okay. Let me just give a salute to my King Shabazz, Rough Riders legend. Thank you, King, for coming over here. I appreciate you, King. Thank you. That's real big to me, sir. I appreciate that, King. Thank you.
Shout
so much.
out.
I gotta shout out my people. Yeah, I gotta shout. We want to see you back over here every week for that. Okay, let me. I'm gonna answer it, right? Ask the question again, because I don't want to go off into a tangent like people do.
No,
I just want to straightforward answer. Ask the question again, King.
Okay, what I'm saying is, in our community, in our community as Black people, African Americans, everybody's striving to be a millionaire. You see it every day. Everybody want that quick million. They want that quick money. They want to spend. They want that money. They want that statue, a millionaire. They want that. But what I'm saying is, when it puts you in a higher tax bracket, because when you start making more money, it puts you in a higher tax bracket. Isn't that part of the sacrifice you're going to make to know that the government is going to take this from this, all this, doesn't matter where it's going. SNAP might be one of them, but you're making that money anyway. You're making more money than that matters. Is it because so what does that matter now? Is it because you're not making that much money, or if you were making that more money, would it matter? Let me put it that way.
No. Okay.
I did answer the question. I'm sorry, Evolution. You said I didn't answer the question. I did.
Damn. Let me answer.
Okay.
I got you, King. Trust me, we here. Look, the problem. This is the thing. I see what you're saying. We're gonna get that taken out anyway. Either way, right? But did y'all ever think if we would stop enabling people to be comfortable on this type of support instead of getting out there and working like us able-bodied people? Because y'all don't know, I'm legally disabled, but I get out there and work like a man every day. You get what I'm saying? If we had less people on this system, it would be less money out our pockets. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Stop enabling people. You get what I'm saying? They say, well, they're going to take out anyway. No, they're not. No, they're not. If we would have less people, they wouldn't be doing that. I could literally go and get it and stay on it if I wanted to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not doing
it. It would change our economy. It would change our economy. And listen, bro, if you're talking about change and if you're talking about improvement, put every black person right now get life insurance and make sure it's over $50,000 and watch how you'll see less black people getting killed by police. I'm telling you, you're looking for a solution.
The average black person can't afford $50,000 life insurance. What are you talking about?
There you go, brother.
Listen, that's bullshit. Let me tell you something. Listen, you're in my territory. Let me tell you something.
You can
the price of life insurance. No, hold up. 2 bags of weed. 2 bags of weed equals the price of a monthly premium for life insurance.
Carl, that's your narrative. That's not theirs in the environment they're
living. That's not my narrative.
Carl,
that's not my narrative.
Carl, listen.
No, I'm not speaking for myself.
Listen, evolution.
This ain't no narrative. You're telling me life insurance is more than $20?
It's not a narrative.
Nigga, please. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy.
Stephanie talk, y'all.
Listen,
it's not about a narrative. It's about priorities. We don't prioritize.
Oh, please, narrative my ass.
I get
niggas are $20 a fucking month, and you call that a narrative?
Can I hear what she's saying?
Out of here.
Can I hear what she's saying?
2 things can be true at the same time.
Thank you.
Yeah, it can be, but still,
don't try to try.
It's a matter of priority.
Yes.
We don't prioritize the right things. We don't prioritize marriage. That's why we got broken homes, broken men, women, children. We don't prioritize life insurance. That's why we are supporting the crowdfunding of GoFundMe, and it's still got to come from somebody else's pocket. So when we don't prioritize handling what we need to, handling business, we want to stand on business, but we don't want to handle business because it's a little too hard. We try to run and be afraid of this and that. Black don't crack. No, you're gonna die. Just like you're born one day, you're gonna die. We don't prioritize the right thing. We do things.
You're not prepared.
But that's what I'm
short term. We're short term.
I hear you.
We'll get that fake belt off Jamaica Street or whatever, but we won't put that $20 into a life insurance. We buy $500, $200 Balenciagas, Jordans. We feed our fetish, but we don't feed what's right. We don't feed our principles. We don't feed the future.
Even if we become millionaires, as he's talking about, everybody want to be a millionaire. Even if you become a millionaire, these motherfuckers know how to recycle money. For all the money that's being taken out for taxes, they are writing off shit like crazy to get their money back. They know how to play this game. For every $10, I know exactly what you're saying. For every $10 being spent outward, they're getting back $6.
Y'all are missing what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying, listen what I'm saying to you. In our community, the environments are totally different within our community. What we're speaking to, because we are in a different environment, and we have learned that we can articulate that in that environment where you have the young brother and the young sister that doesn't understand and they can't do that. They can't. What are we doing? What are we saying? That's what I'm asking. We can sit here all day and say what we should be doing, but these environments are totally different. Exactly. In our environment, we understand that lingo. In their environment, you're talking about flipping insurance. Their insurance is doing something else. They speak a different lingo. So what are we? That's what I'm asking the question.
But like you're saying, where's the solution? So I'm telling you, your environment is trap houses and flipping this in the corner. Okay, well, if I'm bringing you information, it's the same information. Look at the Wall Street Trapper. See, the thing, everything is available to us. We have so much. Trey Ferg, you will say this all the time. This is the perfect time to be alive because why? We have access to so many things. I can go onto a YouTube channel and listen to a bunch of cackling people talking about what we should do. Or I can take my time, educate myself, get a skill, get some knowledge, and change my situation. It's all about mindset. Yes. It's all about information.
And what
you
can
be misinformed for a very long time until you get that one linking key that can change your life and go to another trajectory. Don't make excuse for that.
I get that. What would be the reason? So you come talk to me. Hold on, devil's advocate, evolution. I'm a young boy. I'm making $2,000 a week on a block. You're making $2,000 a month. What is your speech that's going to come to me and change me for not making that $2 grand a week that you're making $2 grand? You're paying taxes. I'm getting cash money hand over hand. What are you going to come tell me? That's why I'm asking these questions.
We got
Go get life insurance.
Wait. We got different.
Go get life insurance.
Wait, I could have swore. Wait. Look, we got different outcomes though. If I'm doing it legit and he's not, that's two different outcomes.
Absolutely.
So either he want to go to jail or he want to get it like I'm getting it.
That's what I'm trying to explain,
we both getting money.
That's
so
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Evolution.
I'm eliminating the excuses. That's what I'm doing. Eliminating the excuses. We give our people too many excuses. You get what I'm saying?
Way too much.
Y'all are getting missing the. Hold on, y'all are getting missing the point. It's not excuse from us. I'm talking about. I'm fighting. The excuse for me as a young black man making that money. I'm fighting the system.
His life, right?
His life. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all.
And discount
I'm not
his life.
talking about us. That's what I'm saying.
Old ass people.
It's two different outcomes.
And that's what I'm saying. How are we going to do?
But I'm telling you.
I answered it.
But this is the point. This is the point that you're missing, Elevated.
Or he gonna have to work. You can make this. It might not be as fast,
exactly.
But the outcome is better with legit than
to keep your
going
freedom.
to jail.
Absolutely.
Yeah, not too many
that's
drug
worth
dealers
it.
make
But
it
those-
to the house. You get what I'm saying? Or make it big. They usually go to jail. Like we've seen a lot
I've
of
been to DYS. I've been with the kids that been there that made the wrong decisions. And you know who goes there? Me, people that care, and talk to them, minister to them. Yeah, you made the mistake of trying to get the $2,000 a week, and now you in here, no access to nothing. You don't even know what's going on. You probably worry about your mama and everything. So you got people that care enough.
Wait a minute. Let me make sure I understand this.
Life had to slow you down, and now I'm here. So now
I don't think y'all get what I'm saying.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna put the logic to it. You're making $2,000 a day, but you got a public defender. Huh?
Listen to what I'm saying, Carl. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Let me explain to you again. I think OG get what I'm saying. My environment, my situation, my $2 grand that I'm making per week goes to a lot of other different shit that your $2 grand goes to per month. If my scenario changes to go to what your scenario is, I still gotta my environment and my situation still gotta be taken care of. All that is entangled into it. That's what I'm asking the panel. That's what I'm saying. How can we fix that? Listen, I'm not talking about just the money.
On my job, I tell people how to get a job. I tell them the underhanded way, the way that they ain't gonna tell you how to get the job. The job's to pick just to get you in the door. Yeah, we can't do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Evolution.
Help them get a job.
Hey,
put
mama.
my name on the resume. You got to put my name on the application. They're gonna take you up there.
That's what I'm saying.
All right,
hold on.
We can help each other. I help you like that. But I ain't gonna help you tomorrow.
Let me be a nigga for a second. 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 Hold on. My $2 grand that I get per week, I got 4 baby mamas and I got 2 kids per baby mama. That take care of them. Plus, but you're in a situation, you're good to go, blah, blah, blah. If I give up my $2 grand per week and go to $2 grand per month, now my 4 baby mamas, and that's the situation now is going to compound. I'm talking about it changed.
You're making excuses, Elevated.
No,
it's a lot of excuses. It's a lot of excuses.
That one person times
Carl, can I finish?
Listen, that's a big problem.
Can I answer the question?
Yeah, listen to what I'm saying to you. It might be excuses to y'all, but it's reality to the person who's in that situation. That's what I'm trying to explain to y'all. Because I see these young boys nowadays. Carl, you can't tell me no, bro. I see these young boys who don't.
He's right.
Come on, man.
Right.
He's not right because I'm gonna tell you why. Let me tell you something. Let me give you something. Like I said earlier, there's not a motherfucker out here that can't get access to do Uber Eats and DoorDash. Them niggas is making money daily. Do you understand? Niggas are making more than $1,000 doing Uber Eats on their time, with their bicycle, with their scooter, or with their car. You're talking about excuses right now.
That's not what I'm saying, bro. You're moving the goalpost. OG gets what I'm saying.
No matter what.
That's not.
But listen, Elevated, I'm not trying to cut you off. What I'm saying is, it don't matter what scenario you put out there. I don't give a fuck if you're a drug dealer or if you're a 9-to-5 dude. There's no excuse why your black ass don't put $20 out each month for fucking life insurance.
First of all, pause.
Can I answer?
Pause. Hey, Evolution. He said life insurance. Let's talk about that for a second. Nobody's going to sell you life insurance if you don't have a job, Carl. Who's going to sell you life insurance?
That's bullshit.
That's what we're saying. Go get a job.
That's bullshit.
No, hold on.
You don't need. That's bullshit. You don't need a job. You don't need a job to get life insurance. I don't know where you get that from.
Yo, you know what? I'm not gonna argue with you. You got it.
He asked me if I had a job, and
You got it, bro. You got it.
But go get a job.
Listen,
Go get a job.
You got it, bro.
They don't give. Listen. Just because they ask you shit does not mean that they go check it. Listen, there's plenty of people out there that got life insurance that smoke 2 packs a day. You know damn well if they see that you have excessive smoking, most underwriters will not even write out a policy for you. But if you put down, do you smoke cigarettes? No. They don't give a fuck.
Can I answer the question?
Sure.
Okay, so I don't know how many of y'all worked within the school system, education within the school every day. You go there at 8, you get out at 3 o'clock, 3:30, whatever. Listen, everything what y'all saying, it all can connect. However, without having the unification within these so-called communities, home ownership, not just fucking living in a $3,000 a month apartment, without the ability to have residual home income, our numbers are going to continue to dwindle because we're not raising our youth, male or female, to expand beyond high school. We making them believe that they can get out here in these YouTube space and run their mouth, but they barely graduated with a D average, a C average. They're not learning the basic skills to be self-sufficient and independent. And I've seen it in 1,000 cases where a child is a benefit to a mother till they turn 18. Now they're forced to get out and get it how they get it, whether he can read or not. So he's gonna have to survive. One thing about a human, survival instincts kick in. So if a brother has to go to the streets and really be out there slanging, he has a story. If a sister has to do the same thing, she has to, all of this is just learn.
You're co-signing another excuse because I'm not going to count how many millions.
How can I co-sign for this excuse? I'm not even finished with my point. I'm setting the example. When you're a child, you're born into the fucking condition. You can't change the condition where you are. Now, if you go through that shit in your 20s thinking you can just be out here on the street as a brother, I'm going to tell you right now, your ass going to end up aging out quick. Because you ain't building no social security for yourself. So when you turn 65, your ass still gonna be out on the street. That shit might look good at 25, but you have to start somewhere. And if a young man, he's been living in that condition, that's all he's seen, he's had to get it out the mud, it's gonna take some time for him to see the switch. We can't have 2 conversations with somebody and be like, okay, you got the information, now go switch. Hell no. It may take 3 or 4 years. He may have to go through that shit.
It should not take no 3 or 4 years.
Yes, if he's
not gonna.
It don't take no 3 or 4 years to get your mindset.
But no,
okay.
You have
Women still talking about they was young, having kids. I was young, you were 25 years old, talking about I was young, but you just still having. It doesn't make sense. A 19-year-old boy and a 25-year-old woman, their mindset's basically the same. He still think he can play.
Trey, that's an excuse. Listen, that's a big excuse, Trey. And the reason why I'm disagreeing with that is because they have these
don't have no children.
Bro, these same kids, these same teenagers, the same young people under 25, over 16, they're looking at the countless amount of rappers. There's so many people that are millionaires that don't even have a listen, brother. I'm telling you why I'm disagreeing with you. There's too many millionaires out here with no GED.
Millionaires? These niggas are thousandaires. They ain't no millionaire.
No, you're not listening. There is a lot of celebrities. Listen to what I'm telling you, brother. I've been in this business 20 years. There's too many celebrities out here that didn't even finish high school, but they're millionaires. There's too many white people out here. You know how much all of them? They've never been to no college or finished high school, and they're billionaires. They're millionaires. It's way too many.
Okay, so how many?
So when you look at that,
10% of black men making over $100,000. Is that number gone?
I'm not just talking about just the black men. I'm looking at the picture of how a young kid would see it. You're telling a kid to finish school, go to college, or get the military. You're trying to set him in the right path. But it's hard to penetrate his brain cell when he's looking at certain rappers that didn't finish high school, proud of it.
Behavior. That's learned behavior. Because
it's not.
That's what I'm trying to explain to this young man. He's not listening.
And or the father or a righteous man would catch this kid 14, 15 early enough, like the lady said, give him to the father. And the father's about who he is, and he stand on some goddamn accountability and some fucking integrity. He's gonna push those children away from that lifestyle, but he will allow them to understand what the fuck it is. We all know that shit leads to a dead end, but we can't just say, "Oh, figure it out till you get 30." Man,
we know that. We know that. They don't know that. We know that.
Them out. I ain't talking about me.
Man, I understand what you're saying as far as being prepared, but like I said, there was a time where you didn't need a high school diploma to get in the military. There was a time where you didn't need a college degree to be a cop.
You're talking 50 years ago.
Listen. There was a time in 1995 is when they needed a college degree to be a cop. What I'm saying is that as time evolved, it doesn't matter what time zone you is or how old you are. You still see a clear picture of people that did not go those routes and still become successful. Millionaires, whatever.
It's not the same numbers, Carl. It's not the same numbers, bro.
You can go try to be an actor, but you got low self-esteem. Certain shit don't work together.
It don't work.
What it is as a man.
Check this out. Now it's a little easier to make money. You telling me it's not? Look at all the
exactly.
That's what I was saying.
Ways positively that you can
listen.
Make money.
Get on here and say I have low self-esteem, and you know that 10,000 of people that have low self-esteem will follow you and be like, "Oh my god!" and then you'll be like an influencer of the low self-esteem people, and you make money. So I don't know why we don't think that.
If you listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth. This is why I don't believe. This is why I don't believe nobody's broke, because if you collect 5-cent cans and do Uber Eats, listen, you will be a millionaire before you know it.
Carl,
just on those two things alone.
They do it all the time. They work together. They bring.
They do it all the time.
They dig in the garbage. I see it. They work at the hospital. They clean, dig in the garbage, and what they do, they buy up the whole.
I'm trying to tell you what is universal.
Black people want that money now. Black people in our community want that money now.
That's our problem, though. That's our problem.
You're correct. You're correct.
Why they can't work for it? What's this fast money thing?
I don't know. Yeah. Listen, I'm not arguing with you that you're correct with that, but that's what I'm trying to explain to him. So hold on. So Carl, let me ask you a question, and I want to show you where I'm trying to. Carl, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you, brother?
I'm not AARP eligible, but I'm over 21.
Okay.
Keep going.
So all right. So hold on, OG. So do you consider yourself getting out the mud?
I consider myself as a person that earned his way through.
Yes or no, Carl? Yes or no, Carl?
No, it's not a yes or no, because I believe in earning.
Carl, do you consider yourself getting out the mud? Do you consider yourself struggling?
No, I consider myself earning where I am.
Okay. In your environment growing up, did you have a stable environment?
I came from a stable, reliable reference point.
Okay, and could you explain what that is in your words, please?
That is watching grown men around me, 19 brothers and sisters that my father had, and everybody's been on the same job for 20 plus years, been married to the same person for 20 plus years, lived at the same residence for 20 plus years. So consistency was sort of like embedded in me.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. What do you do right now, Carl?
I retired for the second time.
Okay, so now, ladies, I'm showing this example. I am 40. I just turned 44. I am Jamaican. I came to the States when I was 12. I grew up in Jamaica, in one of the roughest parts of Jamaica. I came to America, grew up in New York and Philly, done dumb shit, been around dumb shit. My traction, being kicked out of, I had a full paid scholarship to Penn State, got kicked out of Penn State. Evolution can tell you what I'm doing right now. Did 14 years in the military. Now, do you know that traction that Carl just stated and what I just stated? What do you think about those two different issues? Which one do you think would have made it?
That's subjective because it's all about discipline.
Carl, I'm asking you, Carl. I'm asking
the one with the stable background.
Which one? The one with the more stable background, which would have been who? Which would have been who?
That's not entirely true. That's subjective.
No, hold on, Carl. Let me, Carl.
Well,
Can I
you
finish?
said
Can I
you
let my
wasn't
point?
born over here, so you didn't have a stable background, right?
No, I did
That would
not.
have been Carl with the stable background.
Thank you. So what I'm saying to Carl is the difference in environments and the difference in choices and way people do things. You cannot say for 100% that everybody can make those same decisions and come to those same conclusions, and they have to say, you can't say that. Because I know
I can say this.
Carl, let me finish, Carl. I know people that I used to hustle with in the streets of Philly. That I'm 44 and I go back home and they're still on the block at 44. At 44 in New York, over 225th, off of Flatbush and Church. They're still there as Jamaicans hustling at 44, 45, 50. So I'm asking you again, what are we saying in our community when we get to that point? The environment shapes you and it gives you a comfort zone where you don't want to leave. So again, what's the
And that's an excuse.
Why did you leave?
I'm about to explain to you.
That's an excuse.
I'm gonna tell you why I left.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why I left. So what I'm saying, you're saying get to the point, Mama. Give me a
I
second.
said that's the point. I didn't say get to
Hold
the
on,
point.
but not everybody gets that knee jerk. I left because my 18-year-old son was killed.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying to you. In a situation in our community, we don't get that. We don't think outside the box until something happens. And how does that happen? That's what we're trying to explain to you, Carl. You're saying it's excuse. We don't think like right now. Look, I'm 44, bro. You older than me. You're older than me. These young boys don't. Hold on. These young boys out here don't think like us no more, OG. These young ladies out here don't think like us no more. Again, if I'm asking you, you're saying it's an excuse. What are you saying? It's not an excuse to them.
It sounds like an excuse to me.
It doesn't matter about human nature. Human nature never changes.
That's one of the hardest places in the country.
No, it changes.
Never
It
changes.
changes.
People's curiosity is the
It
same.
changes.
I was
It
a
changes.
teenager.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't change at all.
Hormones.
No. You're not.
Listen. Hold on. Listen, elevated.
It changes.
Struggle is universal. Listen. Struggle does not change.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does, sir.
Being broke. Listen. Process. Rather you going back to the times of watching Good Times or now. Struggle is struggle. No matter where you're at or how old you are.
Carl,
you decide when are you. Listen, I'm using a very good analogy. A crackhead will only stop doing crack not after they got shot, not after they went to jail, not after all the discussions they had to go through. They gotta stop when they're ready to stop.
That's what I'm asking you, Carl.
You understand?
You're a crackhead. You're talking like you're a crackhead, bro. You're talking like
no.
you're a crackhead,
What I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, every person on this planet got the same 24 hours, 7 days, 365. You choose what to do with that time.
Absolutely.
You can waste it, or you can build and invest in it. No, this because you're trying to give me excuses for choices and options.
You're generalizing.
I'll give you one. You know, when I got hurt I had got hurt on a work truck one time, right? And this I told you I had a cast on my leg because I had crushed my left foot, right? And I had to go to, after 7 months of what I had saved up from the job being depleted. You know what I'm saying? I went down to the welfare office and I saw more Louis bags, Gucci bags, Jordans. I saw it on us.
iPhone 20.
But I saw it on us, and I had a hard time. You get what I'm saying? Getting it, like I was telling you.
Niggas are driving cars to the welfare office, and their workers still taking the bus.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you get what I'm saying? Now, the reason why, like I said, and I told y'all that technically I could stay on it for the rest of my life if I wanted. Now, you get what I'm saying? But the thing is, you got to want more for yourself. And if our people just in the hood, I'm a project baby. You get what I'm saying? Brownsville to the death of me. You get what I'm saying? Brownsville. Check it out. Somebody look it up. You know what I'm saying? Google where I'm from. Yeah, the hardest place in Brooklyn. I'm going to tell you that. You know what I'm saying? I still wanted more for myself. You know what I'm saying? I had to get up out there. I didn't let my disabilities hold me. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we just going to give our people that whole, oh, yeah, well, you know, you come from a bad place and, you know, I understand what happened to you. I had some of the most horrific things happen to me. You know what I'm saying? But that still ain't going to stop me from where I need to go and what I need to do. Or guess what? The negativity in your mind and the bad people that did something to you win. You get what I'm saying?
That's like,
we got to get our people to get up out that mindset of struggling and just being mediocre. You know what I'm saying? Because we are better than
that's not what we're saying, Mama.
We are black people. We are the majority, but they ain't going to tell you that.
That's not what I'm saying,
We got to
Mama.
lift each other up, and I'm not going to enable you.
Hold on. That's why you still got Cardi B up in Walmart being frugal. All the money that girl got, it doesn't matter. She's still being frugal in Walmart.
And she's still not helping nobody in that
But that's a woman in her late 20s. You can't compare her to a 35, 40-year-old. She's in her 20s. Just like a dude.
Cardi B ain't in her 20s?
Well, what I'm saying is she's too old to be acting.
More than likely, yeah.
If she's older, that makes it worse because she's too old to be acting like she's a child now. Even with the guys.
I don't think you understand what you just said. Here's a woman. Listen, here's a woman that born and raised in the hood, didn't finish school.
She's 32.
Didn't finish school, been a stripper and everything under the sun, and now her net worth.
Don't do it. Don't sell your soul. Don't get out there and put your whole future on the line for a few dollars. Don't do that shit. Don't do no Diddy shit. Don't do no future shit.
And that's what we're trying to
do. Do the shit that's gonna give you peace. Do the shit that's gonna bring you wealth over a period of time. Don't fall into the propaganda shit setup that they have. You be telling me all we good for is singing and dancing and jumping, while all these beautiful, talented people out here walking around that can create music, they can dance, and we got the best fucking hair, the best fucking skin, but we let everybody else tell us what to put on. It doesn't make sense to me. As a young man, your body is your golden ticket. Have some discipline. It shouldn't, and this is, I've been saying this is for this summer, 2024. All single brothers, get in fucking shape. Save your money. Get in good shape. Now, don't listen to.
Don't get a job. Can you get a job first?
I say that's good. They can
definitely.
Get in shape. Come on.
You can't. I would love to listen. I would love to see that, but that's not going to happen.
Well,
because listen,
you can't say that.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Make that shit happen. That should have changed your life by the time you're 45. You'll be able to sit the fuck down somewhere, and a woman that's in her 25 to 35 and 45, they all gonna be trying to get in your fucking yard. And then you choose your top 5 and say, make a deal or keep it moving. That's how you do it, young man. Don't be out here just acquiescing to women. It's beautiful women all over the world. And it's a beautiful sister all over the world, waiting on a guy like you to show up.
Somebody waiting on you.
Come on, man.
There's a man out there waiting on you.
Stay in America, play this fucking game of welfare and self-support. Shit. You can
and if you don't have no money, you shouldn't have a woman know it.
Well, you shouldn't
Broke
be.
boys don't get vagina.
You shouldn't be commit. You shouldn't be trying to rely and commit to a woman. You get your $40 ready and say, "Hey, $40, come through. I got 60 if you're nasty." And they gonna come at the end of the month because a lot of them that's out there, they blowing their fucking money doing the fucking. They ain't saving shit. They in debt. So why would you want
do
that
what you
on
gotta
your
do,
pocket?
but don't hurt no girl heart because you ain't got your life together.
But see, women.
I'm all for the positivity that the brother is saying. But the reality is, it's not going. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because a dude could smoke weed and don't take care of himself. Never seen a doctor in 5 years. That nigga will get more pussy than a dude that sees his doctor every 2-3 months and take care of himself.
Whose fault is
like
that?
I said, it doesn't listen. It's not about whose fault it is. Like I
Why you don't go save some money?
it's
Get
not
some
about. Hold
education.
on.
Invest in- Get a skill.
It's not about whose fault it is. It's what's being accepted as normal.
Come on, man. Most dudes.
Because listen,
I'm not getting it.
I talk about. Listen, I talk about guys running around with fupas all the time. For some apparent reason, women are allowing these guys to get laid.
But
they don't mind if your stomach is hanging over your dick. Listen, women don't mind. Listen, the same women that lust over Idris Elba, Michael B. Jordan, Russell Wilson are having no problem fucking a dude whose stomach hangs over his dick. And get pregnant by him.
So hold on. So let's look at something real quick.
It's not
Carl, that's what I'm trying to say. We can't win for losing. Listen, within the system, you got to find a way to talk to these young ladies and young men within the life spectrum. You can't take away something and expect them to sit there and listen to you. You're talking about taking away pussy and taking away, excuse my French ladies, and taking away dick and all that. That's a natural part of life. How are you going to reach these young people within their environment, in their life spectrum, in normal life activities? That's what I'm asking you.
And that's why, and that's what I tell them all. That's why I tell all the women, never fuck a man that doesn't have 2 bedrooms or more in his name, and never fuck a man that doesn't have life insurance, because these 2 things says preparation and care of self. If you ain't taking care of yourself, how you gonna take care of a woman? If you're not prepared for yourself.
So look,
No, it doesn't. No.
Wait, I got
You asked me a question.
Solutions now, right? I got the perfect thing for you. We have been on here for 4 hours, and the Instagram has went off now. it only has a certain time limit. So since we are talking about solution, we were talking about child support. What we have now is, and before we do that, I just want to make sure, because I didn't play it earlier, I need you guys to do this. If you was in the room tonight or you're still in the room, I need you guys to check this video out. Do this for me, please.
Get the likes up. Subscribe.
Yes. I should have played that earlier. But if you were in this room, you seen it, just come back. If you're not here, you watch it later, whatever. Subscribe. We need you guys to subscribe. Subscribe to all the channels. They will be up here. This recording will be up here. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. Y'all guys are doing great on liking the video. Okay. Put your comments there, whatever. We'll address it later. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. We do this every Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Thursday. What I need you guys to do now, since we are talking about solutions, if you have something that you want to tell the future, whatever you want to say, you want to sum up what happened here tonight, because this was great. You get what I'm saying? I love all my kings and queens. We have something called Dear Ladies. Now, a lot of people had to go. So we didn't get everybody, but it's a lot of us here that we can do a great Dear Ladies. I need you guys, if you can, I know some of y'all can't cam up, but if you can, when you do your Dear Ladies, cam up. It's just a segment where I highlight you and you give your solutions or your last words, your final thoughts, whatever you have to say. But you started with Dear Ladies. For the men, if you want to start it with Dear, gentlemen, or, okay, Chocolate's back. Yes, you got to get your final thoughts.
Yes.
Okay. Remember,
and
Dear
welcome,
Ladies.
Hey, what's up, Stephanie Queen?
Yes, are y'all ready?
Ready.
All right, here we go. Dear Ladies. right. We're gonna start with the queens. It's on you, Ruby.
Hello, everybody. Dear ladies, particularly, I just want to remind us that sisterhood is very important. And along with motherhood and along with like self-love. And I think that if we can do less competition with each other, or I'm sorry, I think if we can do more of self-inventory, keep it real with ourselves, and more along with like core values, regardless of whether we're looking at romance or whatnot, I think that you can trust yourself always. And then I think that we should do a better job in having a sisterhood and a solid foundation that doesn't include any competition. That's all I wanted to share. I love y'all.
All right, thank you, Queen. That was great. All right, the next queen. Hey, Alexis. Hey, beautiful.
What's up, beautiful queen?
She's
here.
What the fuck? Alexis just woke up?
Nah, Alexis been here the whole time. Come on, Alexis.
Wait. Even if I did, and
oh, spaghetti, yo.
Come on, dear ladies, Alexis. Here we go.
All right, dear ladies, I want y'all to know that every decision that you make, there's always going to be consequences, and in those consequences, and there are going to be effects that are going to be lifelong and some that won't be. However, you have to choose your battles, and even in a mistake, you can still live a good life, do what you're supposed to do, and tell that man that he need to do the same. And bitter baby daddies exist, and we out here doing the work, regardless how the narrative is trying to be pushed on women. It takes two to tango at the end of the day. So if we're going to be in this together, unfortunately, then we're going to be in this together, and you're going to do your part and I'm going to do mine.
All right. Thank you, Queen. Yes.
Indeed.
All right. Thank you. All right. Next up, we got the Queen Stephanie. Here you go.
All right. Dear ladies, hola, ¿cómo está? Okay. I learned this awesome quote from a millionaire, all right? A guy that changed his life because he was sick of where he was. We may have contributing factors in our lives, whether it be our environment, whether it be a bad job, whether it be a baby mama situation, or you're not where you want to be in life, but there are determining factors that can change all that. So determining on choices that you make, determining on people that you surround yourself with, determining on your mindset, it can change your trajectory, and you don't have to remain in that same situation. It doesn't. You don't have to be that way. Your situations doesn't mean that's who you are. That's your identity. Your identity can be renewed. It can be restored. You could be whatever you want to be, and that determining factor starts with you. It starts with your mind, your heart, your decision to get up and go out and get it. You don't have to be on Section 8 all your life. You can elevate above that. Throw away that card. Take a chance. Throw it away. See what can happen. You know what I'm saying? Go get married. See what can happen. You can have a fruitful marriage, a beautiful determining years of aging and all those things. Just try it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. So you can change. That's all I have to say.
Amen.
Oh, it's my turn. I can't even hear.
Evolution, you're muted.
Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so, oh, wait. Let me take this off. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Dear ladies, if you are a person out here who is trying to create opportunity for people, don't let folks discourage you. Yes, there are always going to be bad eggs. Yes, there are going to be people who do bad actors. Yes, I got you. But there are plenty of people out here who definitely and truly just need a helping hand. I don't think it makes you weak as a man or a woman. I think that it takes a lot of courage to even share when you are going through something. So stand in yours, make your decisions, and as long as it's about you giving what you need to yourself first, and then you can give everything else to everyone. Because when you don't take care of yourself, you're no good to anyone else. And that's all I have to say. Shout out to all the ladies and gentlemen on the panel. I will hopefully one day we'll see change. And that's what I believe. So there you go.
That's right. That's right, Queen.
All right, thank you, all the queens. All right, and next up we have our kings. All right, so we're gonna start with you, Trey Fern. Here we go.
I was on mute. So, okay, to the young guys. I ain't speaking to the old guys. I'm speaking to the young guys. You at the point in life, you just graduated high school. I don't know, you're turning 21. You've seen what's out here. You've seen what you've already experienced, probably what you would call the worst in your life up until this point. However you look at it, or you could have had a great life. Could have had great parents. You could have had access to sports and all of these great things. You did good in school. You was a nerd. You made good grades, all that. Despite all of that, you still have a chance to move forward in your life. We are having discussions about real adult stuff, regardless of how people feel about it. You better understand your condition and how you can move past what you see. In order, and this is just my understanding of working with a lot of young men in and out of the penitentiary system, father there, mother not there, mother not there, father there, vice versa, parents on drugs, alcohol, all that. Right now is one of the greatest times in your life to be a little selfish. If they're already saying fuck you anyway, now's the time to say, listen, let me look at my life in 4 areas. Do I want to be considered a smart man? There's always, you can get information. YouTube, read it, go actually study it, get some hands-on experience, all of that. Do I want to be a rich man? How much money do I buy just on bullshit? How much money do I spend just to look good because somebody else got some shoes or a shirt that I want to get the same thing? Do you want to be a good looking man? And about how your face hair, I got moles. My mama had them, so I'm happy that it didn't stop me. Because your looks play within your character, how you treat others, how you handle yourself around other men. Because men, we have an underlying understanding that if things got out of hand with each other, it could get violent. So we not only understand that, some guys, it may take them a little longer because they feel like they can just buck up to everything. But that gets old too. The women are saying they don't want you. So you can't spend the next 10, 15 years of your life chasing women instead of chasing the money, because chasing the money allows women to start chasing you. And let's take the money out of it, as long as you get the skill set. Because if you get the skill set, that skill set can take you anywhere. If you can work with your hands and you can learn how to do some shit, climb up on a roof, take some shit apart and put it back together, that's a skill set. And it would behoove you to start as early as possible. You don't want to think that you can do it for 15, 20 years just hanging out at the street, selling rock or whatever. But not many brothers are really out there doing it. They hunt us down. Don't think that we can have the freedoms that our sisters got, because they know as long as the sisters are not on their side, they're going to get $1.7 trillion in hair and cosmetics. Brothers, they hoping that you don't want to go further than your neighborhood because they can just control how you move, because you're seeing it in your neighborhoods now when the immigrants come and getting that new place that they just built that you couldn't afford. So they expect us to give up. This is our time. Take advantage, get stronger, learn as much information as you can. If you can get you a 2-bedroom house, learn how to fix that shit up. If you got children, don't be afraid to just talk to them. Let them know, to be honest. Let them know you ain't done everything right. Let them know you ain't gonna do everything right, but you still gonna keep trying, because as long as those children see you trying to be better, they gonna be better regardless. But other than that, listen, we can talk about it for days. Certain people want to do it, certain people don't. But it hurts us all as a community, because they're not saying, look at those ninjas over there on that side. They're saying, look at all them ninjas over there. They ain't doing shit. So that's all I got. It takes individuals right now. You got to be selfish, man. The world is shitting on you, and our own women are saying, fuck you. You ain't good enough. So it's up to you.
All right. Okay. All right. Next up, I want to make sure I got y'all in order. Okay. Next up, we got our King Carl Shaft. Here you go, Carl.
Well, I don't have as much. It's still going to always boil down to qualify for what you want and focus on what you need. I heard earlier about getting money. Money, we also know, can fool us and give us false sense of hope, false sense of security, false sense of a lot of things. So it's a catch-22. I'm going to reiterate something I said before too. Here's a dude that's young, famous, money, can give a woman everything she wants physically and materialistically, but he also abuses. He also is not the type to be family oriented. He's not the type that you would entrust with your daughter. So we have to stop coddling, enabling, and putting the dollar store dudes with money on the pedestal like they're the representation. Meaning, if you don't know the subdivisions of men by mindset, pattern, and outcome, just take the time out to learn men. Not all as collective, but as individuals. Learn them, because we're all not the same, but you need to learn us. And I still stick on what I said. Don't fuck nobody unless they have life insurance. Just hope for the best, y'all. Salute.
All right. Thank you, King Carl. All right. Y'all doing great. All right. Next up. All right, Rich. I'm gonna bring you up next, Rich. Rich, you here? I don't know. Rich's story. He's having audio problems. There you go. Here you go, Rich.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I was saying. The dear ladies, like what I had re-entered. What I had said a couple weeks ago concerning you, and also what ladies like Chocolate have real love in the heart said. Don't let the system and what's a qualified man and what's a dollar store dude, and don't let that navigate your choice. You have a heart, you have a brain, you have a mind of your own. So therefore, it's up to you to still make the choice. It's still up to you to make your fine decision to pick that man you want, and if so, any kindness of your heart, build him up. Although people believe that's not the purpose, but everyone in the same, all men are the same, all men don't get ahead. Once he has the mindset and the outcome of being married or married-minded, then I see no problem with you trying to build him up and get him up to standards. His mindset has to set the outcome. Is he married-minded? Is he into you? Is he looking to get ahead? So, like I said, it's still up to you, the lady, to to pick that guy that you, like I tell you, got a connection with him. He got to be special. You got a feeling towards him, and he got a feeling towards you. And with the way how you ladies operate and everything, like I said, I say you will like ladies on think properly. I don't believe that. I believe you ladies, you got this far and you got this far, so therefore you have to be using your head and you have to be using your brain to get this far. You actually get up in the level of guys or even further. So all I can say is that just do what you gotta do. If you feel that building a guy up is your thing and you can trust and vet him out that he's has the right mindset to get the type of outcome you want and he's married minded, well then go right ahead and do it and that's my takings for the evening.
All right, thank you, Rich. Thank you. Great job. All right, and next up we have the last king here. It is elevated cognition. Here you go, King.
Hey, dear ladies and dear gentlemen, listen. Love and respect is a universal language. So let's just get back to the baseline of loving and respecting each other. And we got to remember that we're all human beings and we're deserving of respect, kindness, and compassion. So in the end, just let's lift each other up and celebrate our differences and work together to get where we need to be, because we can speak on a lot of things, but without the unity and the respect and the love, we get nowhere. Manners and respect.
All right, thank you, King. All right, and last but not least is your girl, but I'm gonna make it short and sweet. Here you go. Okay. Yes, dear ladies, I want to tell you, I need you to make sure you're making the best decisions for yourself. Stop giving up your womb without the ring. I don't feel like that you have to help people come up. You get what I'm saying? I feel like if you're going to do that, I want you guys to do it before you lay it on the table and almost give up your life. Bringing these kids into the world is very serious, very important, and it is a lifetime job. Matter of fact, take your time, see the world. Enjoy yourself a little. Before you start trying to be baby mamas and all that, you got time. You get what I'm saying? What's between your head and your legs is the most valuable thing in the world, and everybody wants it. I don't care what nobody says. Everybody wants it. Control it like that. Control yourself. You get what I'm saying? And make sure that you always handle yourself like a queen. All right, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. And if I gotta say to the fellas, dear gentlemen, I need you guys not to look at this show and make excuses. Don't take none of these excuses. That's not what you want to do. You want to be a leader in the world. You want to be treated and present yourself like a king. You cannot do that making excuses. You get what I'm saying? You have to have work ethic, drive, a desire to be better. Women love men that are doing something with themselves. Now, we know about the Pookie and Ray Rays, but let me tell you something. You don't want to be them. You know what I'm saying? Their longevity, it's not like yours would be if you were being that king. You get what I'm saying? And you were handling business. And if you are going to make children, I know it's a little unheard of now, but try to make some of these women honest women. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure she laid on that table. She probably would love to have your last name. If that's not what you want to do, wrap it up. And I need you guys to look into the male birth control pills. It's not going to kill you. Or look into a vasectomy. Because don't nobody want to live with the hurt and you know what I'm saying, the pain behind you possibly walking away. Ladies, you got to do better. Men, you got to do better, okay? I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Next thing up, thank everybody that came in this stream tonight. This was episode 6. Everybody that left a comment, that came in the room. All my Instagram soldiers. You'll always have my love, my respect.
You know I got you. Much love.
Yes.
Much love. Yes.
And if you didn't, again, please show everybody that came on this stream and showed their love, their support, and gave some of their life stories and some of these secrets. And we did a lot tonight. You know what I'm saying? Please follow these people, support these people. It's very hard to get up here and have these dialogues. You get what I'm saying? You know, and get into these arguments, and you want to get into what? It's very hard to do this. This is not an easy thing. You have to be very vulnerable to do this.
Yeah, and you gotta want to torture.
If we get this support,
oh my God.
Sometimes, and check this out, all the support is pressing subscribe and liking our video. That's it. It's the easiest thing in the world. We ain't even asking for no bread. We just
and it's free. It's
free. Free. You know what I'm saying? You know?
That's right.
Hopefully, we will see everybody next week. All right. Let me come down for that because I don't finish my final thought. But yes, we want to see everybody next week on the Live Ladies Podcast, Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
Shout out Evolution.
Yes, thank you. I'm your girl Evolution.
Shout out, sis.
And I can't wait to see you guys next week, all right? So everybody say good night. Thank all you guys.
Thank you.
Needing one thing, don't need the jewels and the pearls and all the things in between. I need a lot of your time, and I be needing attention. Need that next level love, boy. You know I'm feeling ascension. I'm feeling ascension. I see what we're missing. Put some clothes on, baby. Can we go to a dinner? Let's go to a movie for just us two. Let's make new memories between me and you. Pills, check. Beat, check. Run up the check, baby. Tell me what's next. Hey, love, check. Fun, check. One-on-one, baby, we needed this. It's a day night. Get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night. No stress, no stress, no. It's a day night. Get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night. No stress, no stress, no. Know you needed my time, and I'm needing you too. Fly me out to dinner, reservation for 2. I can't even deny, I ain't even gon' lie, that you really got my heart. Tonight it's a whole vibe. Tonight it's about us, riding round Billy Truck. Know they faces is stuck, unconditional love. Tonight we gon' make some memories, ain't thinking about our enemies. Pop out and we make a scene and drop about 300 beans. Hills, check. Beat, check. Run up the check, baby, tell me what's next. Hey, love, check. Fun, check. One-on-one, baby, we needed this. It's a day night. Get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night. No stress, no stress, no. It's a day night. Get dressed, let's get dressed, let's. It's a day night. No stress, no stress, no.